Welcome to the Halton Stadium, where this afternoon the Widnes Vikings take on Whitehaven, a place in the last 16 of the Challenge Cup, and also the small matter of a place in the last 4 of the 1895 Cup. The winner will be just 80 minutes away from Wembley. It's Widnes Vikings against Whitehaven, live from the Halton Stadium. Let's have a look then at the two teams. Widnes, who beat West Wales last week, they make 2 changes. No Callum O'Neill, he's out with concussion. Shane Grady misses out, but 2 very adequate replacements. 2 Super League stalwarts, Paul Clough and Matt Cook, come in to the Vikings 17. Owens at fullback then, it's Buckley, Spedding, Tyrer and Cross in the back line. Craven and Smith in a vastly experienced half-back partnership. And up front, Farnworth, Lyons, Clough, Dwyer, Lawton and Baker. On the bench, Else, Cook, Wild and Telecki. What about Whitehaven then? Gutsy win for them last week over Dewsbury, despite having a man sent off in the first half. Gary Charlton makes 9 changes as he looks to utilise his squad ahead of their championship opener next week. Callum Phillips, who was sent off, does play. He starts at number 9. Lachlan Walmsley then comes in to the fullback position. Worthington, Croston, Parker and Bullman in the back line. It's Dixon and Williams at half-back, with Riley, Phillips and Zammit in the front row. Holiday makes up the back row alongside Ellis and Wilkinson. Right, we have seen the teams then. Let's hear from the 2 coaches involved. Let's start with the home side then. Lewis Smith has caught up with the Widnes Vikings head coach Simon Finnegan ahead of today's big matchup with
Simon, thank you for joining us into the Betfred Challenge Cup second round at the weekend. Were you pleased with the run out that you got against West Wales in round 1?
Yeah, I was really pleased. I thought West Wales, as we spoke about with the players before the game, they were always going to come the first 20, 30 minutes and be aggressive and really up for it, which they showed. And I think they're a better team than previous years that you've recruited really well. So it was a good hit out for us. And I thought my boys were really good, that with the travel and their first game in a year, the application was really good. So I was really pleased.
It's probably fair to say that Sunday will be a step up again for you. Do you think you'll learn a bit more about your team, a game against a team in the same division?
Obviously, it's going to be a bigger test. I think Whitehaven, from what I've seen, the Newcastle game was just a hit out for them, and they had that pre-season friendly that they didn't put everything into that, but the performance they put in against Dewsbury was typical Whitehaven. They're tough, under their coach, who's a very good coach. They're always a tough team, but they've added a little bit more, flash to them. The halfbacks that they've signed and Greg McNally there at the back, so their spine's really sharp now and they look good with the ball. So I watched that game back and they were good to watch. They offload, they play off the cuff. They're a good side. They're going to be a tough team to beat this year, and I expect, on top of that they're always tough under the coach there. They're going to be a big challenge this weekend.
And of course, in this strange new world that we live in, the Betfred Challenge Cup second round is essentially the quarterfinals for the 1895 Cup. Does that figure being just 2 wins away from Wembley make it more significant and put extra onus on this game?
I think so, because for all the teams that if you can move the Challenge Cup to the 1890 Cup, you're close to playing at Wembley, aren't you? So anyone that says they don't look that far ahead and things like that, they're just trying to say that. Of course, you look ahead and things and what might happen and all them things. And it is, you're getting close to it, but that doesn't give you a right to get there either. You've got to perform on the day and be ready for what's coming. And we'll have to be at our best to beat Whitehaven. I think it'll be a really tough challenge, but they'll think the same. They'll be looking at it thinking we're a couple of games away from a final possibly. And they might look at us and think, they'll catch Widnes. They haven't played so many games and they got a good side. So we'll be ready for them, but I'm sure they'll be saying the same and they'll be ready for us.
Says Simon Finnegan. That's the Whitehaven team just making their way back into the dressing room. Let's hear then from their side of things. Whitehaven assistant coach John T. Gawley, he's been speaking to Paul Kidd. Yeah, apologies there for the lack of sound, as we're hoping to hear from John T. Gourley this afternoon. One man we can hear from alongside us this afternoon, the former London Broncos coach Tony Ray. Simon Finnegan, I think, confident ahead of this one, but not complacent.
No, very guarded, and he very guarded. He could be confident, and he should be confident at home. You know, playing off the back of two important things early in the season. They've got good form. You know, racking up the points is good form, which gave them. The second thing was momentum, which is a funny thing to say after one game, but you just feel like they're rolling into this game with a bit of momentum. And you can see he's already trying to keep these guys, keep them in check and keep their heads on the heads down and concentrating, because they could get away with thinking, you know, good form means we get the job done before we even get out on the field. So he'd be very much thinking about process and the tasks going through. And another comment he made in the interview, which really caught the ear about Whitehaven, was they're good to watch. So he's obviously telling his team that these guys are going to have to defend a lot of challenges, you know, different things out there in this particular game. We know it's a 4G pitch, so it'll be a fast open for a pre-season game. It'll be, you know, the great opportunities for Whitehaven to express themselves if they are good to watch. And so that really does make it an interesting challenge going into this one for Simon Finnegan's men.
Yeah, it does indeed. We are just moments away from live coverage then on the Sportsman. It's great to have Rugby League back at last. We're well and truly on the road to Wembley. So we're here at the Halton Stadium this afternoon ahead of Whitehaven's visit to take on the Widnes Vikings. It's a fair day in Widnes, quite breezy here, and conditions, I think, pretty good. And you know, I was hearing from Simon Finnegan during the week, Tony, and he was saying that Whitehaven are going to relish coming here, playing on the 4G pitches you've mentioned. It'll be nice and quick. It should lead to a quick game. They've made quite a lot of changes, Whitehaven. We can't disguise that, but they're still bringing in some good players, aren't they?
Well, it's interesting to think, what is he doing? Is he looking for a better team, or is he resting up, waiting for the competition? I think what's on the line there, it's probably probably saying he's putting his best foot forward today. You know, be a challenge. Really looking forward to taking on Widnes. You'd look at them from their result last week, a comprehensive win, admittedly against a tight side, wasn't quite ready for them. But so you'd put your best foot forward to be ready for, going into a semi-final. That'd be a fantastic opportunity for them going out of this game with a win, away from home against a team that's got good credentials. So it's a great opportunity for them to get some momentum. But having said that, you know, we have to put our hands up and say a lot of clubs see the Challenge Cup at this time of the year is very much a building pattern for the wider squad to go into the season. So I think, you know, you probably think Gary Charlton's had a look at it and probably even had a plan for this before we even started the competition, to say, I'm going to have one team one week, one the next week. I'm going to get all these blokes ready, and we're going to be ready to go and bounce into, you know, a mirror game next week.
It is obviously the Challenge Cup today, but there is a small matter, isn't there? The semi-finals, the 1895 Cup, be one game away from Wembley. Widnes got there in 2019, got to the final. They were beaten by Sheffield on that occasion, but there's every chance we could have some fans back for the Cup finals at Wembley. I mean, that's some incentive, isn't it, if for the players, if nothing else? Yeah,
it's double-edged. Two things you said there. One is Wembley. You know, you take your club to Wembley, you do that all day, every day, wouldn't you? It's a great opportunity to do that. And realistically, you know, that nowadays it's going to be almost impossible for a championship club to make their way through to Wembley. So to do it in the 1895 is fantastic. The other thing is, you know, no matter what competition it is, Wembley's a bit of a, you know, is a bit of a bonus at the end of it. The main thing that these guys will want to be doing will be going to finals. You want to be playing in finals football. There's nothing like finals football. That's what we're here to do. And I'm sure Simon Finnegan sits down, looks comfortable, but sits down there thinking about, and obviously nervously, got his team ready, happy to leave the sheds early, leave the leaders with the instructions, and can they get him through to that semi-final that we're talking about? Yeah,
it's going to be a very interesting one, isn't it, for both the two coaches and the two teams involved. Can they get that step nearer, not only to the last 16 of the Cup, but also that semi-final of the 1895 Cup? You know, a lot of the preparation, it's all done now, Tony, isn't it? It's all now going to be about the players and how they can perform on the big stage.
Yeah, it's probably even done a couple of days ago from a coaching point of view. We'd looked at the team, have the hit out yesterday would have checked that they were all in sync with what they want to do. And then, you know, from today's point of view, it'd be just making sure that they're saying the right things, thinking the right things. And if he's hearing that, he'd probably get out of their way. If he's not, he probably jumps in and gives them a couple of cues. It is early in the year, and as we see the Whitehaven team making their strides out on the field, they look relaxed. They look relaxed. They look comfortable. They look like they're looking forward to this challenge. Yeah, important for them to get away to a good start.
Yeah, it is. And how much confidence will they take from last week? You know, played over half a game with 12 men and still beat a fellow championship opponent in Dewsbury. That was some performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, the results side of that does say that, you know, have a man down and to still get away with the result and have the challenge to come to this event today and be still participating in the Cup's a terrific outcome, given that, you know, you lose, you're out. But more importantly, at this point in the year, they'll have worked on things this week. They'd be looking to be incrementally better than last week. They'll know in their heads the things that they want to improve and hold on to the things that they were particularly strong at last week, as we can see them waiting around Widnes, waiting for them to come out, leave them out in the breeze. It'll be a sharp breeze as Widnes are making their way down the tunnel now, about to enter the field, which will be a fantastic. It looks like a cracking cup game, this one, as you say.
Yeah, that's a Matty Smith there for Cup winner. Lance Todd, man of the match, of course, in the past for Wigan. They have got, you know, the likes of Paul Clough, even Jack Owen's got plenty of Super League experience. They've got the big names, haven't they, Widnes? They've got, you feel, the stars to go out and win this game, but they've still got to go out and perform.
Yeah, very much so. I think all of us are looking forward to watching Widnes. There's something about that squad that they've put together. There's something. That first result helped. Obviously, it's made, you know, a big runaway win, makes you think, turns your eyes towards them. Now, with that becomes the pressure. They become the hunted, and all teams will be out to get them.
Well, there is Jack Smith, our man in the middle today. The players about to pay their support. Rugby League against racism. The players almost all choosing to stand. One or two of them kneeling there. There is no room for racism in any walk of life. As the whistle goes, the players will get ready. It is a breezy day at the Halton Stadium today. We are live on the Sportsman, the Betfred Challenge Cup. A place in the last 16. The Super League clubs come in next. Who knows what the draw will bring? You never know. Widnes got fantastic traditions in the Challenge Cup, 13 finals. This one was a while ago, but if they get the win today, either of these two, they know they'll be at least 80 minutes away from a possible Wembley appearance. As Steve Tyrer about to get us underway, will boot the ball deep. They're going to let it bounce, and as often a big high bounce, and this could cause problems. And well, I think the first instruction, Tony Ray, would be catch the kick-off. They didn't do that.
And they've actually straight away got a lesson on the forward G pitch that the ball does bounce sharply. You know, they probably expected that ball to bounce and bounce towards them. The pitch to come back towards. You thought the Widnes players were going to catch that one and get off to an awesome start. But well done to Whitehaven to be in control at least of a difficult start. Yeah,
Callum Phillips in there at dummy half. Got sent off last week. He's eligible to play today as Haven move the ball forward up to almost up to their 40. Smith involved with a tackle as well, as Phillips again working down the short side. Clough into the action early defensively, but they've, despite that shaky start with a kick-off, Haven are up to the halfway line, and now they're going to look to get a good kick away here. They move it infield, and there goes the spiralling kick. They've got the wind behind them. Owens had a bit of a juggle with it, takes it in and turns the ball back inside. Well, it's an early completion for Gary Charlton's side, and he'll be happy with that opening set.
Yeah, very good set, get up to halfway. Obviously a two-pass kick game in play. It was good because it brought 4 chasers out from Widnes. They'll have noticed that, and they'll probably continue to do that.
Yeah, ball going forward then. There is Paul Clough, plenty of Super League experience for him, but he's more than met, just short of the halfway line. Ball now with Smith, works it out to that far side, and it's taken forward by the Vikings, looking to offload in the tackle, but no chance there. And they'll play the ball, and lines in at dummy half, gets it away. Over the 40-metre line on the last one. They're going to look to move it down the short side. Smith the target, under pressure, puts the kick up. Walmsley's at full-back, catches it. Played on the wing last week, but no, McNally moves to full-back, and he'll be happy to get one under his jumper as well, and did well to deal with that. We've got a stoppage in play here. Maybe play down.
Yeah, I think one of the front rowers, it looked like Dean Zammit to me down on halfway. this isn't from this incident. There's a player down back on the halfway mark, so
it's all right. Touch judge will have it, mate, in a minute.
He's okay. Okay, the touch has been giving him the nod.
Yeah.
Referee's talking obviously to his sideline officials to check everything is clear and the backfield is cleared. Thumbs up from the physio.
Wolsey waiting, the Australian, hoping to force his way into the Scotland lineup come the end of the season. Potential chance for him to shine in the Championship this season. It was Farnworth who's back into the line now for Widnes as well, as these are the hard yards, these are the tough carries. And these are where Widnes will be hoping for a mistake from their opponents, but they're moving it off their own 10 to the 20, but the Widnes defence swarming around and busy in the middle of the field.
Yeah, they've enjoyed having that break, so it's been able to rev them up. This makes this a very tough set for Whitehaven, coming off their own line with a very fresh and focused Widnes defence coming at them.
Yeah, Phillips in again then, will pop the ball up, it's taken forward, that's a good carry.
That's a great carry, wasn't it? That's the one they needed.
Oh,
Force the offload.
No, mate, he's just trying to make the tackle. On tackle 4. Matty, where do you want it, mate?
I think they've turned the ball over there. The offload at first glance looked a good one from Zammit, didn't it? But just on the floor was there a little fumble there. The referee has awarded a turnover, so Widnes have the ball. So the first error then, and a chance for Widnes to put an attacking set here.
Yeah, both teams have established a good base in the game until that point. So first opportunity, and a good opportunity now comes to the Widnes side.
Yeah, Haven defenders are in, 4 of them in at the tackle then. It proved hard to break down last week. Can it be again as Lyons gets the ball away on this near side? Craven with a short pass taken forward into contact. That's how close they are to the try line. You can see it there. Conor Dwyer was the man brought down. They've got numbers on this near side. Craven's trying to power his way over, but he's going to be held up just a yard short. Stood in the tackle. Couple left in the bank as Lyons gets the ball away to Smith. Now they're moving it through the hands. They straighten things up and go for the post. Farnworth is stopped 5 metres away. Last one, says the official. Bit of messing about, play of the ball. They go now to Smith. Moves it out the back. Here's a chance on the far side, and they open them up. But the referee said it was a forward pass. Well, Dion Cross thought he was over the line there, but Jack Smith says no. Still 0-0.
Well, he was in good position to rule on that one. He had a really good look at it.
Yeah, we're good.
There's a tight one, little line ball, but Touchard's in a fantastic position. It's a great decision early on. Nice attack from Widnes, good signs. The middle of Whitehaven looked a little bit at times, just a little bit off the pace defensively, with a lot of pressure coming from Widnes there.
Yeah, another good carry though from Whitehaven. Gets them up and over there, 20. Baker's in with a tackle though, good 3-man tackle. Lyons in to help finish things off as Whitehaven now do go forward. Zammit again wrapped up. Seen a couple of good carries so far. This time he hangs on to the ball. The Maltese international ball now comes just in the middle of the park, so they're going to need a decent kick here. They're penned in their own half. It is the last one. They're going to move it out wide, and now they'll kick downfield. The ball on the wind floats inside the 20. Owens is back, brings it back confidently, moves it out to this near side. Are they going to throw it around? No, they're not. Decent kick chase in the end from Whitehaven, and from where they started, it's another pretty good set for them.
Yeah, they handled that last play particularly well. They had a good look at the short side. They had numbers, but they didn't really have the ability to capitalise on them because the Widnes defenders held, and it was a lovely option to kick long. And a nice comeback from the set from defending their line. Nearly a try in the corner to a nice recovery set from Whitehaven.
Yeah, but here come the Vikings over the halfway line. We still await the first points then here on the Sportsman, the Betfred Challenge Cup. Clough leaves defenders on the ground. Lyons jumps out of dummy half, gets it away. Here now is Smith. Here is Jack Owens. Owens just has to straighten up, gets it away to Spedding. Ball flicked back. It wasn't the best pass, and in the end, Cross has done well to hang on to that. Right on the touchline side. Couple left in the set then. They'll come back to the middle. Ball now works its way in field. Here's Farnworth again. Carries it strongly. Good tackle round the legs. Last one. Need to clear the ruck area. They do. Going to go high with Smith. Pressure on at the back here for Walmsley. He's going to be challenged. Did he get jumped into? But the referee is all over that. Said they were offside within the 10. And it's a penalty and a relieving one for Whitehaven.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good contest either. It was a very clumsy effort from Adam Lawton. Sort of trying to make it look like he was going for the ball, but he clearly wasn't. He took the fullback out. He was offside anyway.
2 balls.
Correct decision on the penalty.
Yeah, it's Well, it spoils the set, doesn't it, from Simon Finnegan's point of view. And you wait the tap restart. Ken Phillips wants to tap the ball. There is Jesse Joe Parker, doesn't get it on this occasion. Ball goes forward, 3 Widnes men in at the tackle. Still waiting the opening points then here at the Halton Stadium. Been a good start though.
They've been working down that left-hand side, Whitehaven, and they spent a lot of time probably working Matty Smith over him. Smaller guy in the defensive line. They know where he is. They've been working that way. It's been successful to them too. They've had relatively easy time getting out of that half. Go to the right-hand side for once.
Yeah, nice short ball here. There's a chance for Holiday straight up the middle. He's got support on either side of him, and we're going to get the first point. Dive for the line, and Phillips, who was the villain last week, well, he's the hero this week because he dives in underneath the post. It was a wonderful pass that put Connor Holiday through the gap. And there, like all good dummy halves, Callum Phillips on the inside takes the ball, and Whitehaven score the first points of the afternoon. Phillips with a try. It was a cracker.
It's a cracker, and it's a great bit of thinking. They've worked over the left-hand side, as we said. They kept charging down there, recruiting defenders to the left-hand side. Then they come over. The important thing is hit the front runner. There. Hit the front runner, don't go out the back. The temptation in games is often to go out the back early, go looking for space, but they didn't. They kept it tight, they kept driving through them, and that's a terrific way to open the game. Wonderful bit of support play from that man, Callum Phillips, to get through and make himself available to score the try. It was a terrific line. I love the thinking. I think we'll enjoy that when teams don't go around early. They like to drive through the defences early on. It sets the game up nicely.
It does indeed. And Lachlan Walmsley, he kicked 3 from 4 last week. Well, he shouldn't get too many easier than this one, right in front of the post, and he floats it through. 6 points to 0. Well, we did mention that Whitehaven made plenty of changes this afternoon, but clearly the squad there to be used, and some people putting their hand up. That was a lovely short pass, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a beautiful bit of play. We heard before the game from Simon Finnegan that they were good to watch. I don't think he enjoyed watching that particular play, but from a Whitehaven point of view, that was a really clever bit of play. The timing of the run was beautiful. There were some good options out the back. The temptations to go out the back, hit the front runner, was a pearler of an option.
It was indeed. And this time the kickoff is caught on the full. Here comes Zamet bringing it forward. He's met 20 off his own line, but good meters after contact again. You'd have to say this has been a pretty good opening 10 minutes for Whitehaven here. Now, can they complete this next set as they get the ball further downfield? Short pass again. They're keeping it simple at the moment. There's Holiday, the man that made the bust that led to the opening score. Phillips is there again behind him. They're coming to this near side with Nickau Williams. Williams trying to bump off defenders. He's in the Bulldogs and Storm under-20s process was Williams, so he's clearly got ability as now they move it to that far side. Warms into the line. Here's Parker trying to bust his way. He goes through. Can he get the pass away? He was looking for Warmsley on the inside and he fumbles it. And the referee will adjudge that that is a knock on. The pass was there. He just couldn't find the fingertips around the ball.
Well, if he does find the pass, because there was two support runners on the inside, it was going to be real trouble for Widnes. It really was a try begging. Good bit of defence in the end to keep Parker under pressure. Hand over for Widnes. So instead of the scrum, they get to choose where they're going to do the play, affect the play of the ball. They've gone to the middle of the field, and we'll be enjoying this little bit of a break here. Just calms down the momentum of the game, which has really swung towards Whitehaven. Effectively, when there was a penalty given away on the last tackle by Widnes on the kick chase, offside, at that point Whitehaven were able to kick out of their own end and get down and work over. Here's the opportunity here for Parker. He's through. He knows what he wants. That is so close. You can see on the inside Walmsley was there ready to receive. Carl Dixon was just inside of him, so I think he would have struggled for a touchdown if he just could have got that minimal bit of that arms free there.
Yeah, Zamet, bit of blood, I think, on the maybe just a cut on the eyebrow here for him. Maltese international.
Good start, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done it busy. Tough. Yeah, a bit of blood. Get that sorted out, get the bandage on and carry on.
It's funny, you know, when I looked at if I was honestly thinking, sort of, I looked at myself 8 or 9 minutes in, I thought, who's on front? I just thought the Widnes pack were just inching their way in front. Penalty away, and then Whitehaven capitalised.
Yeah, it just shows, doesn't it, the value of earning penalties, and that's exactly what Whitehaven did inside their own territory. Now they'll be hoping not to give one away. They've raced off the line there. They flew out of the defensive line. Glenn Riley, former Warrington man, fired out to get the tackle. Widnes doing it tough here inside their own 40. Farnworth with another carry. He's been busy in the opening exchanges here. He will play the ball now. Lions waits at dummy half. They go one out. Clough got good hands, gets it away. They turn it back on the inside. Offload as well. Back to Jack Owens. Owens looking for support. Finds it. Came off the knee of Baker. Play on it was, but Whitehaven the first to react, and probably the last man they wanted to pick up that loose ball was Parker. Whitehaven on top here.
Widnes shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. They'd be very disappointed with that error. It was an opportunity. It was the right thing to pass. You just got to execute it.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst pass in the world either, was it? Back on the inside as the tackle made on Sean Croston, former Newcastle Thunder man. Ball here with Bullman. He takes it forward now.
Move, Kenny 10, come on.
He's tackled. Phillips is there. 30 away. Here they go again to Williams. Williams goes across the field here. Hands again. Little show and go. And they're inside now, the 20. Looking. Couple of tackles left. Slow play of the ball. It's not the best pass. How will it bounce? It bounces backwards. It's still play on and then lost by Whitehaven. That will be the turnover. And just a little bit of lack of cohesion. Maybe the wrong man in at dummy half there.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. The error came because he was expecting a player from his team to be in the space. He created the opportunity. There was a bit of space there. There's just no runner there. He didn't look up and see who he was passing to. It looked like a dumb error, but it was understandable what he was looking for. But effectively, you just still have to get your eyes and look for support.
Yeah, bouncing on the ground there then as the ball was picked up by Farnworth. Widnes now up to the halfway line. Tackle made. Phillips with a good upper body tackle. 6-0 Whitehaven lead. Widnes looking for a response here. They're coming to this near side. Here's Dwyer. Ball on the ground again though. And it's just not happening at the moment for the Widnes Vikings. They had a relatively straightforward game last week, and just looking at the two sides, Tony Ray, you can tell that Whitehaven were involved in a real tough game last week. They look a little bit more prepared for this.
Well, they're certainly up in their face defensively. You know, going against a side that had a big runaway win, you sometimes could be tempted if you're Whitehaven to be playing on your heels. He's actually said there, the referee, that Nico Williams has pulled that ball out of the hands of the Widnes player. So fortuitous. Call from the touch judge. I saw him look over to the touch judge who gave him that ruling.
Well, they get the ball back. And here is a chance then for Widnes to level things up here at the Halton Stadium. Lyons is in at dummy half, 20 metres away. Smith the target, gets it away. Here's Craven, the runner's out the back, ball tipped on here to Tyra. Big chance for Tyra. He's too good from close range and he'll crash his way through. And the error is punished there. The ball being judged to have been knocked on by Whitehaven. And from the subsequent set of 6, Widnes have their first points. And Steve Tyra, when he's that close to the line, you're going to struggle to stop him. Widnes on the scoreboard. They trail 6-4.
There's a great hit back here from the Widnes side. They needed to. Saw their first time, I thought, that the Whitehaven side sat on the heels a bit. I was about to compliment them before that they were really getting it. Even on this error from Williams, yeah, they've just got disjointed. They've lost each other. The centre and the winger for Whitehaven have lost sync with each other. Unfortunately, there it was Croston and Bullman. And it was an easy run in from Tyra, an easy decision for him. Whitehaven on their heels a bit. They were fantastic at rushing off the line and putting pressure on the attack before that. And this time, just had the hesitancy to sit back. And it's cost them.
Yeah, and what you do know about Steve Tyra, you give him a sniff of the line, he's going to score points. He scored hatfuls of them at Halifax. He's now with the Vikings. And here's Jack Owens looking to level things up from the sideline. It's a tough kick, this one, into a bit of a breeze here at the Halton Stadium. Widnes hoping they'll be on level terms here as Owens waits. 7 from 11 last week off the kicking tee. Here he goes. He sent this one on its way, but it just fades across the face of the post. So Whitehaven hang on to the lead here in the Betfred Challenge Cup, live on the Sportsman. It's Widnes 4, Whitehaven 6.
Yeah, lovely shape and lovely little finish there from Tyra. Allman did well in the end to make him make a decision. He was backing Walmsley to come across, but Tyra was too big, too strong when it got close to the line. We are seeing there's a really easy instructions. I think all supporters from both sides will be thinking, just stay tidy. Whichever team stays tidy will get to half time. I think comfortably in front here. You can rule out the penalties, unforced penalties and unforced errors. Just get to your kicks, build pressure in the game. The game is going to open up for you. Both teams should be thinking like that.
Yeah. Well, we're nearly through the first quarter already. And the ball being brought forward here by the Vikings. Tackle made. 3 men in there again on Baker. The ball from Lions now goes to Smith. Smith gets it out on that far side. There's Adam Lawton. Will take some putting down, but he goes to ground. With a messy play of the ball. You hear the official talking to him there. Find space. He can't just put the ball on the man and try and earn a penalty. Now the back's getting involved as it moves out to this near side. Over the halfway line. Last one. What are they going to do? They're going to go down the short side. They're going to go with Craven. Left-footed high kick. Walmsley waits on his own 10. Catches it. Look at the chase. So the black and white shirts across the field, and that will please the coach Simon Finnegan on the back of points. A pretty decent set and a good kick chase.
Yeah, that's the one you wanted, wasn't it? A nice set. Everybody involved. Everybody doing their jobs. Kick was high. Chase was wonderful. Kick from well over halfway. Nice little bit of momentum. So now defensive momentum swing. Craven adding his bit there. He's certainly gone with Widnes.
Yeah, it has. As the yards are getting a little bit tougher here for Whitehaven. Already 4 tackles into the set. They're still locked in their own 40. They get over there now as they drive the ball forward. And they want a quick play of the ball. They get a reasonably fast play of the ball, and Williams is going to kick down inside the 20. Bounces up nice for Owen Buckley. Buckley will come across the field, and he's met as well by a pretty decent Whitehaven chase. Good set.
Good set, but not a great yardage set. They kicked. At the end of the day, they did kick from inside their own half. Now, defensively, they've got to try and make sure we're in tackle 2 now. They've got to reply with get some line speed up. They're a bit slow off the line here, so they're making the 10 metres, getting through the contact here, Widnes. A little bit of a dangerous phase for Whitehaven. If Widnes again can get it well over halfway, they're going for 40-20.
They are, and they're inside the 40. They almost try to wrong foot the fullback there, Walmsley, and back there is the wingman Worthington on the far side. He covered up nicely. He didn't switch on, thinking the kick was going down the other side of the field to him. Clough just ducks out of the way. There's a bit of a line break there from Walmsley, who's wrapped up 30 off his own line. Wants to play the ball. There's a little bit of shenanigans at the play of the ball there. The referee maybe could have penalised Widnes, but he chose not to. Another good carry and an offload laid on. Here's Dixon. Dixon over the halfway line. Bonus meters, really what they needed there.
Yeah, it's interesting, the offloads. We've seen a couple of them now, and Simon Finnegan mentioned them before the game. They've got a bit of offload in them, a little bit of ad-lib in them. It's terrific to see from Whitehaven.
Yeah, and it was good quality.
Still looking for one there.
Yeah, it was good quality as well. Here, you just saw there, he knew the support was there. Little flick pass, and now they're in an attacking position. They put up the kick towards the far side. Oh, he's coming for it. He hasn't got there. Great take from Walmsley. Can he get the ball away? He's fighting for the line. He's going to get to the line. He's trying to wrestle his way over, and he's held up. What an effort from Walmsley. But credit the Vikings defence, got right underneath him. What an end to the set that would have been.
Great play both sides, isn't it? Great challenge in the air, terrific effort from Walmsley. Wonderful defence.
Yeah, they've still got one left here, so they are on the attack. Forgive me, I thought that was the last one. They're going to kick across this time towards the try line, but there's Buckley, catches it. That was a little bit too easy, wasn't it, for the wingman, but he's done well nevertheless. But Whitehaven showing they're a threat, and these offloads at the heart of their game.
Yeah, very much so. So Whitehaven fans, you're going to have to live with a couple of errors if you're going to play that way, but it might be worth it. You look for the offloads. Occasionally they won't come off, but you could see by doing the offload, you charge into great field position, and we're able to get some attacking kicks. 2 attacking kicks get in that set.
Yeah, now it's Baker doing the hard yards, bringing it forward for the Widnes Vikings. Again, they're looking at that 40-20, and this one is a lot better attempt towards the corner. Is it going to go in a touch? It is. What a kick. What a kick for the Widnes Vikings. Well, they'd served notice in the last set, but that was a fantastic kick, and the Vikings are going to get the ball 10 yards off the line. What a kick it was.
Fantastic kick. Let's keep our eye on that. Any play of the ball sort of towards the middle of the field, near the 40-metre line, they're kicking.
They are. Oh, they've put it down on the first one. It was Baker, and now there's a chance here for Dixon to break away. Again, he was looking to offload. He's tackled on the 30. Huge let off there for Whitehaven. On the back of that 40-20 kick, Widnes putting it down on the first tackle, Tony Ray. It's the stuff that coaches hate.
It was a phenomenally poor error, wasn't it? There was just no need for that. It was in an incredibly good position, having turned Whitehaven around. And look where they are now, off the back of that error.
And Zammit again offloading, gets it away. Baker was trying to get on the end of it, but he couldn't do so. The ball taken forward by Wilkinson. They're right back on the edge of the Vikings 40. They're going down. Little kick early in the tackle count. Maybe the runner was just caught impeded there, but Widnes have it back. And well, if we're going to criticise the first tackle error from the Vikings, you've got to question the kick early in the set there on the attack.
This is this mindset they're going with. It's an offload, it's go for space, it's really look for it. But there was nothing on there. There was nothing on there. You could see that there was a bit of space in behind, but a one-man chase against 3 defenders going back towards it, that is too risky.
Yeah, now the Vikings have got good territory here. They're over the halfway line. They trail by 2 points here. Matty Smith is caught in possession. They won't want that too much, Widnes. They'll want him orchestrating things out the back. Here's Craven, gets it away on this near side, neat pass to Tyra. Tyra went for the kick, it bounced off a Whitehaven play. It wasn't played at, said the official, and Dwyer is quick to pick it up. And now the ball goes back infield. Here's Smith, fires a press across to Owens. They're a little bit flat there, Widnes. Little chip over the top, but Worms is there, meets it on the full. He was alert to the danger there, the fullback. That was good play.
Yeah, it was nice play. Whitehaven sat back looking for that cross-field kick, and it just sort of, it wasn't played at. It was the right decision. Yeah, Whitehaven sat back on the last tackle, so it fooled Matty Smith a bit. He thought we can run this here, but there wasn't actually a run play on there. So he probably needs to think earlier, just get away to your kick rather than look for 2 plays on the last tackle.
24 on the clock. This one's on a knife edge. Remember, a place in the last 16 of the Cup and place in the semi-finals of the 1895 Cup. Whitehaven in front and have the ball now as they go down that far side. The kick wasn't played up. Balloons up in the air. It's batted back here. This is still the last tackle. They need another kick and they get one from Worthington. Forward comes Owens, judged the bounce beautifully, and he's looking to sprint away, but the defence was there in time. Kelly off the bench makes a vital tackle, and that's the trouble with this pitch, Tony Ray, is that the ball literally can bounce anywhere.
Absolutely. A very ad-lib kicking game coming from Whitehaven. I like what we're seeing. It's boom or bust type thinking, but you know, they're certainly prepared to attack in big numbers on the last tackle.
Yeah, they are indeed. As the ball going forward then with the Vikings. You see Matt Cook coming on for his debut, England international in the past. And now we will. An unacceptable play of the ball, says the official. It's Clough that's been penalised. Well, he looks perplexed, Paul Clough. He's been around the block a few times. He doesn't look too happy about that. Your thoughts?
Well, he had a defender at his legs and a defender pulling at the top of him. I think he's feeling very justifiably like that was a tough one. Didn't feel right to him. It didn't look right either. No. I guess he's got to hold his ground, what the referee's thinking.
Yeah, Jack Smith, the man in the middle. 6-4. Whitehaven lead. That early try for Callum Phillips.
Let's go, Whitehaven.
After great work from Connor Holliday. And here Haven looking to work their way forward. They do carry it tough. Bullman in off the wing. Gets them going on this set. Ball now moves infield. Taken forward here. These are tough meters. They've got a big pack, Widnes, but they've got their hands full here with the visitors. As the ball moved short. And again, another short ball, and they're alert to it. There's Kelly on the end of it that time. Gets it and now plays the ball. Here goes Williams. Williams turns the ball back inside. Here's Holliday with a little bit of footwork this time. Wrapped up just over the red 40-metre line. Quick play of the ball. They go forward again with Kelly. He looks no nonsense, doesn't he, Kelly? He's prepared to do the hard stuff from the bench, and that's what he's doing. Last one, they're going now to their left-hand side, looking to get it away to Parker. Little flick pass out the back. Parker did well to bring it down. Looks for a little kick through, gets the kick through, trying to get on the end of it, and Owens is there to pick it up. And Owens scampers away from his own 10-metre line, and Widnes have got it back. Well, you mentioned the way that they play Whitehaven. They're not going to die wondering, are they?
Yeah, again, an unorthodox kicking game. They're looking at a couple of passes before they kick, so they're trying to not just sort of pass it to a player who's going to put the kick up and all chase. What they're doing is doing a couple of passes and looking for a reaction from the Widnes side, seeing where they're going to loosen up before they kick. It feels ad lib, and it's very, very difficult for Widnes to continue to defend that.
Yeah, going short. Pass to Cook was flat. Cook, good meters from him. Had an injury-ravaged final campaign at Castleford, but he's here now with Widnes. And the ball now over the halfway line. Clough to Smith. Smith goes out the back. They read that well. That was good work. It was Lewis Sells who was into the line there. Another one of the interchanges for the Vikings. They go down the short side. The kick over the top. Again, across the field. Who's going to be alert to it? It's Williams who's there. And didn't switch off again. And again, probably an unorthodox kick there from the Vikings on this occasion.
Yeah, they're mirroring it. Sometimes that happens, isn't it? You know, you see something happen on the other side and you start copying it in your mind. An instruction, I think, from Finnegan to go back to a bit more orthodox. The 40-20 kicks, for example, are good examples of good kicks.
Yeah, here now a scoop from dummy half, and that's a good run. Is it Bullman again? Oh, he had the man on the inside. He just couldn't quite get the arm free. We've got a stoppage in play here. Referee not happy, but that's a great carry from Bullman.
I've got a feeling there's a complaint happening here. If I look at the referee, could just see that a couple of the Widnes players were trying to talk to the referee, yelling out. Almost forgot about the complaint.
Mike,
let's have a listen.
Please. Captain Callum, come here, and your captain Jack, come here, please. Where's the bit you mate? On your finger there, Mike. The witness, there's some bleeding on the finger. Jack, there's an allegation of a bite against Lachlan Walmsley. There's a cut on the finger that the touch judge has witnessed. The incident's going to go on report. Yeah, incident's on report. It's tackle 3, the play of the ball here.
Well, there you heard it loud and clear from Jack Smith. An accusation of a bite from Lachlan Walmsley, and there is blood on the finger.
Let's go.
It's been noted, it's on report. There may well be a case to answer. We'll find out about that one later on. Whitehaven still have the ball, but you mentioned it there, Tony. You thought something had happened off the ball, and clearly it had.
Yeah, I was watching the markers. The markers didn't chase. They just turned to the referee and put their hands up, so it felt a bite. Didn't like it.
5,
not part of the game, and not going to take it.
No, they're not. This is the last one, and here is Walmsley. Little chip over the top, but it's going to be caught on the full. And again, I'm not sure that was on script. Brought back by Jack Owens, but again, Widnes are going to start inside. Now there's more, and Walmsley involved off the field there. There was an incident off the sideline when he went off, and well, you just wonder here that, you know, he's been accused of biting, and all of a sudden he's getting involved off the field as well.
Yeah, very much frustration going in. I noticed a mouth guard in his hand. So here's the incident where we think there might have been the accusation. Let's have a look.
Stand!
Well,
tackle 2, go!
There you go. There we go. Was that it there?
Yeah.
Looks like it, doesn't it, on Dwyer? The hand went towards the mouth, and that's where the accusation has come from. So we'll hear more about that. I'm sure as a wide pass goes to cross, but it was a wild wide pass, wasn't it? It was forward. And Widnes here just getting bogged down a bit. And we've talked a lot about this off-the-cuff Whitehaven kicking game, but what we should probably stress a little bit more, Tony, is they're turning it over deep in Widnes territory every time.
Yes, very much so. They're ad lib, all right. It's enjoyable. It's very difficult here for Widnes, and the scoreboard's telling us that. 30-odd minutes in, Whitehaven very much disrupting this game more than the Widnes side would have been expecting. Or maybe they were expecting, but they're finding it hard to hit their own rhythm.
Yeah, they are indeed. As the ball now goes forward here, driven forward again by Kelly.
Come on.
And they're right in striking distance here, Haven. They'll fire the pass to this near side. Ball turned back on the inside, but Andy Thornley, the experienced campaigner on his debut for the club, has put it down, and it's a chance gone begging. And another 6 again there for Widnes, so they're off and running up to their 20-metre line. And Whitehaven have got to try and make a little bit more of these areas of possession that they're having deep inside Widnes half.
It was a disappointing error, that one, because looking forward to seeing what Whitehaven would do, attacking for a full set into the Widnes line, but we don't. We die wondering. We have to wait for next time.
Yeah, there's Baker again.
Tackle 2.
Drives it over the halfway line. Ball played. Again, the flat pass, this time on the end of it is Dwyer. Dwyer's inside the 40, so tackles in hand here. Lewis Elson at dummy half, gets the ball away. Craven gets it to Smith. Smith turns the ball back on the inside for Cook. Loitering wide with a little bit of intent there, the veteran forward. He's wrapped up. Couple of tackles left in the set here. And now they're going to go to Smith. Had to reach for the pass. Here now is Craven. Dummies. Then dummies again. Goes alone. He's lost it. And he lost that looking to offload the ball. And they'll be disappointed, Widnes. They've not got to the end of the set because they made good meters there.
Another unforced error. That's why they're behind on the scoreboard. They're not putting pressure, continuing to hold pressure together. There's a habit of Nick Williams is to get that hand on that ball. Last time we saw that go Widnes' way, this time it goes Whitehaven's way.
Yeah, Parker tackled on the edge of his 20. Going to come to this near side and drive it forward. Good defence from Craven, but again, good meters post contact from Bullman. He looks a real strong running wingman, doesn't he? Out wide. He's coming in and doing the work. And they're going to kick early here, Whitehaven, going for the 40-20. They had the distance, but not the direction. But again, they're going to get the ball. The Vikings inside their own 20. Cross will bring it forward. He's hit. The chase is not a bad one. And again, Widnes coming out deep out of their own half.
Yeah, it's an unusual game, this one. It's an unorthodox game. It's a terrific game. The errors are a little bit annoying and frustrating. However, it's made it a heck of a contest because we are seeing a bit of ad-lib. They really are going at each other, both of these teams.
Great scoop from Else. Did really well there. Jumped out of the dummy half position. Another one of the Widnes Academy products making good meters, and now they're coming down this left edge, and Tyra's got room. He's got Buckley outside him. Buckley gets the ball back inside here to Dwyer. Dwyer goes to the ground. I just wonder if Tyra could have continued 100%. His run there.
100%. Should have backed himself.
Yeah, he's already got one try for the Vikings. Could have had another one there. Here's Clough, great hands at the line. Gets it away to Baker. He's wrapped up. Now the kick on the left. Else is going to go here to Craven. Craven's going to stand it up. He's coming to this near side. Tyra and Buckley, but it's dropped behind the line. But I think Widnes again are going to be penalised for challenging the man in the air, not for the first time.
Not happy with it, Buckley. Hands in the air.
You leave it at that, or you can go sit down.
He's getting the hard word off the official, isn't he, there, Owen Buckley, for a bit of back chat. So if you're going to carry that, you can go sit down. Referee having none of it. Penalty on the line. Well, it's been tight, hasn't it, this one? A place, remember, in the semi-finals of the 1895 Cup, as well as a place in the last 16 of the Betfred Challenge Cup. There's so much on the line here. And Haven making all those changes from last week's win over Dewsbury, 9 of them in total, but they lead here by 6 points to 4. You'd have to say they're good value for it at the minute.
Well, neither sides have momentum as at any point in the game. It's been a real to and fro sort of, what you do, I do it back at you, let's have a go. A lot of errors. Buckley on that occasion did push at Bullman in the air. The referee didn't like the look of that and penalised him, always protecting the player in the air, always erring on that side.
Yeah, ball played on the 20. And they're firing out of the line here, Widnes, but if you come racing out of the line, you've got to get your target, and they didn't do on that occasion. Here is Phillips out of dummy half, fires the ball down the near side to Croston. Croston is met by Dwyer on the near side, but he's up to the 40. Phillips again is back in there at dummy half. Will get the ball in field, and the tough carry. You have to say they generally make good meters after contact, these Haven forwards, and they do so again there. As the ball now comes down the short side, Croston involved. He's not really got anywhere to go here. He's got to be careful. He doesn't run behind one of his own players, but then he almost broke the line. Cook round the leg, stopped him getting away. Last one, they're going to move it through the hands here. They go to Dixon. Dixon, a drop on the shoulder, still the last tackle. Needs to get the kick away. He does on the last one. It's going to land inside the 10. It's caught now. Widnes looking to expand expand their play and get the ball away to Owens, but again they get it back inside their own 20s. It's like we're watching it on repeat, Tony. Outrageous kick on the last, and Widnes stuck inside their own 20.
It's an absolute joy in many ways to watch what Whitehaven are doing there. They very much won't be happy with this. Second time, another penalty against Nico Williams, but I like the thought of when Williams passed it on to Dixon, it looked like he was going to go high. Let's have a look at what happens here in the penalties for his continually. He's got his hands on the ball, Nico Williams, and when the ball went to the ground, it looked like he did pull on it. Referee saying that he's stripping the ball too often. I think he needs to change that. He's vulnerable too often, and momentum goes against Whitehaven too often because of his style of attacking the ball.
There's not been too many penalties in general play.
Ethan, get that
was
out.
one, and now there's a chance here for Widnes. Can they nose in front as we approach half-time here? Lewis Elson at dummy half. Short pass taken forward by Kenneth Baker. Baker tackled 15 away. Here now is Smith. Smith straightens things up, trying to commit defenders. He does. Can he find an offload? No, he's almost bare hooked to the floor by Phillips. Wants to play it now. Elson at dummy half. Here's Craven. They've got numbers here. If they go through the hands, Craven with the outrageous dummy goes for the line. And Danny Craven is over. Widnes in front for the first time today. And Craven showing his class. He had the threat outside him, but he spotted the gap. And he slides his way over. Widnes 8, Whitehaven 6.
With the power from both halves from Widnes. Played before, we saw Matty Smith take the line on and actually played with a lot of power, pulled through a couple of tackles. Wide pass then to Craven, and he mirrored it the next play. He powered on himself. Both the smaller men in the field for Widnes. Just a dummy, just using his power. Felt that he must have felt it inside of himself that the Whitehaven defenders were going sideways. They had their eyes on his big men outside him. He sensed he had the opportunity to go to the barge option. Clever little late dummy. Good read of what the defence was doing. A side-on defence. Craven loves that. Both him and Matty Smith, who's opposite him there, both took some nice, powerful runs in that set. Found what was, at the end of the day, was a tiring Whitehaven defence.
Yeah, it was indeed. You know, again, we saw it earlier in the game. You give a penalty away, you're inviting the opposition in, and it was a penalty right at the start of that set that led to the chance for Craven. Here is Jack Owens. A far simpler effort for him, and he slots it over. 10 points to 6, and Widnes lead as we approach half-time here live on the Sportsman. The Betfred Challenge Cup action continues. He's got such a threat outside him, Craven, as well. You can almost understand the defenders holding off, but we mentioned it right at the top of the show. You look at Craven and Smith, you're not going to get too many better half-back combinations than that in the Championship.
No, I agree with that. I thought it was a terrific option from him because the temptation, because there was space out wide, but the space was being closed down. The Whitehaven defenders were rushing. The temptation for Craven was to get the ball out to space and hope it happens. But he stayed in control. He stayed in control of the play, didn't push it. Dummied himself and played with a bit of power. They'd fancied themselves in these last couple of play the balls as well to get some momentum out of these. Yep, the space on the left.
Yeah, they're coming to this near side and they're up to the halfway line again. These are huge moments, these, as we approach the half-time hooter as Buckley drives it forward. He's on the 40 now. Cooper, the former Widnes man, makes the tackle. Bodies on the ground then as Else gets out of dummy half. Gets it away on the far side. Oh, Smith's put it down. Huge let-off. We're just giving him all the praise, Smith, and he's grasped a straightforward pass to him there. There's no excuses for that one.
He was excited by that play. He was already reaching for the lollies before he caught the ball. He really could sense that there was an opportunity for Widnes. Now this is a good opportunity for Whitehaven.
Just wait for me, pal.
Referee wants him to play it again because the referee himself wasn't in place.
Straight in, let's go.
But off the back of an error, late in a half.
Surrender.
Yeah, what can they do with it? Whitehaven on the halfway line then. They've gone behind for the first time. They have had chances.
Move, Matt!
Can they create one more before the break here and level things up? Good carry there from Cooper. Cooper
Move, hold me, Adam.
Into Widnes territory. Phillips, the opening try scorer for Haven, gets the ball away here for Nikhil Williams. Short pass to Thornley. Thornley hangs onto it. They're 20 metres away here.
Release.
Plenty of experience from Thornley. Ball now goes infield. It's taken forward here and driven forward to within, 12 metres of the line. Wilkinson it is who's put to ground. Which way are they going? They're in the middle of the park. They're going to go to that left-hand side again. Are they going to put the kick through? No, they're going to run it. Here's a chance. Walmsley's put it down. He saw the line open up in front of him, and he couldn't take it in. A huge, huge moment in this cup tie, and it's an error from Whitehaven.
Wow of a run from Carl Dixon. He just has to hold it and he scores. And that would have been a terrific play. And a wonderful opportunity goes begging for Whitehaven. Widnes get let off the hook.
Yeah, they do indeed. And that will give Gary Charlton great hope, I think. They've had to do a bit of defending last 10 minutes or so. Now what they've got to make sure is in these last few moments of this first half, as the ball played at by Bullman. A little bit fortuitous there for the Vikings, who are trying to offload inside their own 20.
Yeah, they're retreating.
Here now, forward comes Tyra, bringing it away.
First, out, Callum!
You got the first Widnes try of the afternoon. Danny Craven with the second one that nudges them in front at this stage. But these are vital moments here as Cook carries strongly up the middle.
Move!
He's wrapped up just short of the halfway line. Ball now comes to this near side. Here is Craven, gets the ball away to Dwyer. Dwyer's through the gap, support all around him, and there's Lewis Else. Picks the ball up and will scamper over the line to score the try. 2 tries in quick succession for the Widnes Vikings, and they extend their lead crucially before the break. Else with a try. Widnes lead 14-6.
Else had the easiest part of this. Lewis Else, they have to be there on the inside, supporting, pushing through, doing the support lines that you need to be available for, to capitalise on Danny Craven's tempo. That there just slows it down, toys with them, in full control of this game at the moment, Danny Craven. Wonderful barge try. They think he's a running threat. Gets the ball, slows it down, accelerates it, sits Callum Phillips down. That makes the hole available.
If it's not going to do
how crucial, though, Tony Ray, the drop at the other end, just 90 seconds ago, the line begging Whitehaven would have been level, and now they're 2 scores behind. These are key moments in this cup tie.
No, you're right, you absolutely called that perfectly. It's almost, I wouldn't say game over by a mile, but it's one of those moments where you do shake your head, just in the shadows of half time. We've got deep into injury time, and to drop a ball with that opportunity, that's what you have to do. You have to be concentrating these back-end moments. Danny Craven was. Can Jack Owens throw this one over and capitalise even further for Widnes?
Yeah, missed his first one, but the last 2 have been good. 2 from 3 for him. And that is half-time. So that try right on the buzzer from Lewis Else, the Widnes youngster, as he should be, up in support up the middle. But it could be a crucial, crucial moment in this game. Else makes his way off there. Steve Tyra, who got the opening try for Widnes here. And Paul Clough just having a word with his fellow front rower there. But it's been a cracking first half here at the Halton Stadium. Whitehaven nudged their way in front. Callum Phillips with a try after great work, you have to say, from Connor Holliday. That put the visitors 6-0 in front. Steve Tyra crashed over from close range to narrow the gap to 6-4, but then 2 tries in the minutes just before the break. Craven with a try, he barged his way in, and then Lewis Else, after good work from that man Danny Craven again, and Connor Dwyer, Else was in the score. A couple of goals for Jack Owens, and half-time at the Halton Stadium. It's Widnes 16-6. Right, 2021 getting off to a great start then as Betfred extends their deep commitment to Rugby League.
Wow, it has taken 10 months to get here, but Super League has reached its finale. Oh, he's It's hit the post. The chasers are on. The ball is disappearing. It's Wellesby. A surreal season has reached the conclusion.
Going for the corner. Well, that could be a sensational try. They could be in and they are in. Great run from Campbell. Can he get it down?
And Anthony Gallagher score! On a chance! They still have a chance! Oh, yes, he can!
Teams up, backs the pace and will score. Going for the line, reaches out, ball on the line, spots the gap, they're going for it. The cup winners, the double winners, the Leeds Rhinos.
That is one sensational try! He's went over for a try! He's going to score a try! It's a try!
Burrow, off he goes.
A tremendous try! It is one of the great Wembley tries!
It is the Challenge Cup final.
And it's going to be Ash Handley.
A kick to the corner. This is a chase, and that's a brilliant take. Superb for Frank Goldthorpe.
And we're off.
Just popped up in the hole.
Here is an unforgettable moment for this group of Leeds players. Maybe this is a new golden generation.
Yeah, thanks to Betfred for their continued support of all the competitions, including this one we're watching this afternoon, the Betfred Challenge Cup. And what a first half we have seen. The visitors in front early on, but Widnes with 3 tries go into the break in front. Let's have a look how that first half unfolded then with Tony Wright.
It became one of these halves. It was sort of scrappy at times, but you had to take your chances. Nick Williams hits the front runner there. It was Connor Holiday. Holiday into space. Looming on the inside was Callum Phillips. They had a good opening try. It was a terrific bit of play, and it was all about hitting the front runner. It's when Williams, everybody thinks he's out the back, but he hits that front runner, and it really does catch out. It does catch out Connor Dwyer. Connor Holiday goes away, puts Callum Phillips in, and a wonderful opening for the Whitehaven side. When they did get a chance, when they did get some momentum, it was for the first time really we saw the Whitehaven defensive line become disjointed. Tyra sensed that. It was a lovely cutout ball that got it to him, and Tyra just felt that he was in enough space to get through, and he was able to capitalise on a disrupted Whitehaven defensive line and squeeze his way into the corner. Then the game became very tit for tat. It became a little bit even, and it became who's going to get there, and Craven just sensed that just a little lateral and tired Whitehaven defence was vulnerable. And after Matty Smith had taken a run, on that occasion Danny Craven decided to take a run, dummied, stepped his way through. Here is a big play. Inside, a drop ball here. The Whitehaven ball, Walmsley drops it. It was really good play from Dixon. We're seeing 4 wonderful halfbacks, both from each side, doing a great job. And this time it was great work from Craven, who slowed the tempo down, then sped it up, took control, and really mesmerised the defensive line. It allowed Lewis Ells to go through and score the try. Just watch the little run, he accelerates, slow, then acceleration. That was terrific. The run from Connor Dwyer was terrific, and the support play from Lewis Ells was terrific. The last 5 minutes, I think Danny Craven really took some control of this game, and it's really affected the scoreboard to the tune that Widnes would be sitting relatively comfortably going into this halftime break.
Yeah, they will be. One man who might not be sitting too comfortably at halftime is Lachlan Walmsley, the fullback for Whitehaven. There was an accusation of a bite in that first half. This is Walmsley being tackled. Now he's on the ground here, and there were hands that went into the mouth, and then you can see that the Widnes player reacts as though he has been bitten. What do you make of this, Tony?
Well, the only thing is his hands go into his mouth. There's a slight chance that he's pulled his fingers across the teeth. If I looked at it from the other angle, it didn't actually look like he bit in hard and kept a hold of it there. So I can see what both people are thinking. I saw that from the play of the ball. I saw him get up looking at the referee with his hand out. You know, it'd be interesting to see what happens. But it's not for us to give an opinion. But that, you know, from what we can see, you can see why there was a complaint.
Yeah,
I could also see a bit of a defence there.
Okay, we'll find out later on, I'm sure, about that one. Well, the Challenge Cup 2021 is well and truly underway. Let's reflect now on an unusual cup final day last year with the winners of the trophy, Leeds Rhinos star halfback Luke Gale and his coach Richard Agar.
Okay, looking at the Betfred Challenge Cup there behind you, what do you remember of that famous day at Wembley last year?
Look, fantastic memories, and memories that will last a lifetime. I've been looking at the trophy since being a kid. I've got pictures of it being a kid in my amateur Rugby League club, Middleton Marauders. So I've just checked, my name's actually on it now, which is quite surreal, really. But great day, and a real proud day. Yeah.
It was a great day, despite there not being a crowd at Wembley. You know, it certainly won't diminish the fact of what we achieved, the accomplishment of winning the Challenge Cup, and some great moments that we had around that. And at the same time, you know, I think we showed enough improvements in the league in what was a difficult season for everybody. The way that the fixture list got sort of moved around and very congested at points. That it was a season that posed different challenges to what any normal season would have. So, you know, touch wood for all concerned, it heads in the right direction this year, and we have a little bit less impact from the virus, if you like. And then we can get, you know, a full compelling season out, and it's one that we're looking forward to. We understand that we took some steps in the right direction last year, but we're very much about, you know, being a consistent team and improving on what we did in 2020.
It's got to go in, one towards the sticks, Now it comes, Gale, look, Gale with a drop goal, and he peels away in celebration of the moment, because he knew the moment it left the boot, it was going over. Thumbs up for Gale.
What did it mean to you to kick that winning drop goal?
Look, it was quite a strange game. We had the ascendancy, and then we thought we threw it away. Salford come back real well, and it was tighter than anticipated at the end, and I'm just glad to see it go over. But that quite early on. I think there's still 8 minutes left yet, so we had a bit of work to do. And as I say, I thought Salford played real well, especially that second half. But we got over the line, and that can never be taken away from us.
This has been an unforgettable year, and here is an unforgettable moment for this group of Leeds players.
And obviously there were no fans there last year. With the chance to defend the trophy, they get back to Wembley and do it in front of fans. Is that something that drives the squad on this year?
Yeah, 100%. We actually had a conversation with a few boys and just saying, look, we'll have to kind of do it again, but this time with fans and with families there. So, yeah, look, I'm sure the boys will go extra hard this year. I know there's a round coming up, and everyone's massively excited. The season's just about to start, so it looks even better with the blue and amber on the side. So hopefully we can keep that another year.
Oh, for sure, we'd love to back it up. You know, as I say, we thoroughly enjoyed the whole journey and experience, albeit it was slightly different to what it normally is. If there's one thing that I could change, it would be for the players to sort of enjoy that lap of honour and walking out to the roar of the crowd and the bus journey home, where it gives our fans chance to, you know, to celebrate the team's achievements. But hopefully we'll get to that at some point fairly early in the season, and we'd love to be able to back that up. But at the same time, you know, we want to go a little bit further than we did, you know, in the Super League competition as well.
And finally, what can fans expect from your new side? 3 new recruits for this club this year? Yeah,
well, we feel that the DNA of our club demands that we play a good brand of football, so that's what we're aiming to do. You know, we felt that at periods last year we played some really exciting stuff. I thought we started the season particularly well in that, so we feel it's imperative for us that we're a team that you know, tries its utmost to play you know, a good brand of rugby league. Of course, you know, the teams that generally finish in the top 2 teams usually have the best defensive record, so there's some areas of improvement for that for us. But again, we'd love to sort of carry on the traditions of the successful teams that's been at the Rhinos in the past, and be a team that, you know, really enjoys playing rugby.
Twist to Rugby League's big day, the fireworks go off. There's no roar in the background, but there'll be plenty of roar on the pitch. Leaning quickly out there, they've got numbers around, gets it away, and it's going to be another cup final try for Tom Briscoe. Ball bounces end over end in the air, but that's superbly taken by Colin Watkins. kick here, and has he got it? No, he's not. So it remains at 16 points apiece. Now it comes Gale. Look, Gale with a drop goal, and he peels away in celebration of the moment, because he knew the moment it left the boot, it was going over. Thumbs up for Gale. Hooter sounds before they do, and Leeds gather round in jubilation. Salford sink to their knees. But what a cup final we've seen here today. What a great game of rugby league that was. This has been an unforgettable year, and here is an unforgettable moment for this group of Leeds players.
Well, despite the fact there were no fans there, it was still a great occasion for Leeds. The holders, they'll be in the next round of the Challenge Cup, but who will be joining them? Will it be Widnes, who lead Whitehaven here by 16 points to 6? It was a shame, Tony, there were no fans. I was actually at Wembley. You know, a unique occasion. We can't wait. Hopefully the fans are going to be there this time. And, you know, you win the Challenge Cup, whether there's fans there or not, it's still a great achievement.
Yeah, absolutely. I had the pleasure of being there myself. It was eerie, it was unusual, but it was one cracking game. And it was... I don't think anybody in Rugby League was disappointed with it in the end, because the game was so good. It would have been fantastic to have had some fans there to enjoy that, but... Geez, those players did serve up one heck of a final, wasn't it? It was a real memory.
Yeah, they did indeed. They'll both be in the draw for the next round. Salford, the runners-up, and Leeds, of course, the holders. Will it be Widnes? Will it be Whitehaven? Just felt the game swung there in Widnes' favour. What will Gary Charlton have been saying in the Haven dressing room at half-time?
Well, I think he would like to build... We didn't really see any Whitehaven sets on the Widnes attacking line. So I think if they could get some momentum and put some back-to-backs, they could really put Widnes, change the momentum of the game, change the feel of the game for Widnes. At the moment, it seemed very disjointed. He's put a couple of substitutes on, so he's obviously rotating his squad. We saw Oscar Thomas kicking off there. So it's important that they, that they just get some field position, be a little bit unorthodox, be orthodox for a little while.
He's got a short-term deal, hasn't he? Oscar Thomas, former Broncos, former Bradford Bulls as well, amongst his former club, Scottish International. He's on from the bench as well as Haven. Look for maybe that little bit more creativity, but Widnes in the black and white then driving it forward. There's Matt Cook. And having made such a good end to the first half, it's important that they start the second just as well, as Baker takes it forward over the halfway line. Cooper, the former Widnes man, with a tackle. Will go down the short side here. And interesting, it's Lachlan Walmsley that's gone off for Whitehaven. So we'll see more about that, whether he comes back on or not. The high kick then here. Atessa at the back. Ball batted back. How's it going to bounce for Thomas? He gets it in the end on the second bounce. And well, it didn't look too convincing, and now he's dropped it. So disappointment for the substitute who's just come on, and maybe there didn't quite take command of the situation. They are going to keep possession here, Whitehaven, despite that ball coming through. I think there was an initial knock-on from Widnes, but at fullback, Tony, you've got to be commanding in that situation.
Yeah, especially down that end of the field, especially early in the second half, when you're looking to get that, get some base to your game and put your team on the front foot. So he really does need to tighten that up.
Does indeed. 3 tries to 1 then in favour of Widnes. A couple of them coming in the last few minutes, but here again, punching holes and an offload. It wasn't the best that time, but Carl Dixon was quick to react, the former Wathborough Hornet. As the ball now goes infield, taken forward here by Cooper, over the 40 he goes, wrapped up by Cook. Will play the ball now. They're going to just go up the middle again, trying to punch a hole there with Wilkinson. He's over the halfway line. They want a quick play of the ball.
No balance and control.
And it's another incorrect play of the ball. You know, just heard Jack Smith saying no balance or control. So that there's a fine balance to be had here, isn't there, Tony, between getting a quick play of the ball and playing the ball correctly. I've got to say, I didn't see an awful lot wrong with that.
Yeah, it's a tough one, wasn't it? It was play on for me as well.
Yeah, interesting that one, but we've seen a couple of those decisions. And Widnes this time the beneficiary of it. And now they have it with Baker just over the 40-metre line. 16-6 the Vikings lead. Watching live on the Sportsman. Ball with Cook. Driven forward. Widnes. Cook winners. In 83. Ball goes here to Owens into the line. Owens now tries to get the ball away. He won't need support. He'll drive in at the corner. Owens slides his way over. And a try for the Vikings at the start of the second half. It's their 4th of the match. And they extend their lead to 20 points to 6.
Fantastic play from Jack Owens. There's a lovely pass. It's a lovely pullback pass here from Matty Smith. But Owens come from right on his inside there. I watched him the last 2 plays before that. He did exactly this. He really sensed something was out on that side of the field, and he just accelerates at the back of the screen there, around the back of the front runner. Finds himself in space. He worked really. Looked simple, that try. Looked real simple. It was very hard to defend because of the work that this man Jack Owens did. Did some fantastic work off the ball. Accelerated it in good space. The timing of the pass was wonderful from Matty Smith. But Jack Owens, take a bow. That took some scoring. That took some thinking. Took some vision. And then in the last minute, it took some great effort to put himself in a position to get on with that try.
Yeah, he's got a tough kick to come here. And before we get inundated with Featherstone Rovers fans telling me that Widnes won it in 1983-84 season. So my apologies there to Feather, who of course won it in 1983. That famous occasion when they beat Hull at Wembley, of course. Widnes Vikings then looking here. Owens to add the conversion to his own try. He got a hat-trick last week and he's on the board again this week. Really is a potent threat out the back for the Vikings. And this to make it a 16-point advantage as he looks to kick it from the sideline. It looks pretty good. The flags go up. Excellent start to the second half. 2 tries before the break and 1 straight after it. And the Vikings taking control here at the Halton Stadium.
It's a really, again, I'll just repeat it. It was a wonderful play from Jack Owens. Jesse Joe Parker was the person that got caught out, and it was really easy to understand why. He was put in a very good, difficult position by the timing, patience, quality of the Owens run.
Yeah. Here now goes Matt Cook, drives it forward. Oh, we saw an offload and a drop there, a crucial error, having just got points. It's Tyra who couldn't take it in. Maybe he was looking where the gap was in front of him rather than putting his hands on the ball, but a cardinal error there from the Widnes Vikings. Well, we're just going to say, Whitehaven, that brilliant, heroic stand against Dewsbury last week in the second half. They're going to need more of the same here.
Aren't they? Yeah, but they need to take opportunities like this. I think it's one of the very few times we've seen them receive the ball and start a set inside the 20. Both halves need to be playing direct and straight here, really taking this line on. They can't go spraying wide. That's nice.
Yeah, here they go, short up the middle, trying to barge their way forward. Oh, there's a head knock here for the Widnes player, just down. Referee wants to have a look at Kenny Baker, make sure he's all right. Of course, when there is a head knock, we have to stop. Just got his head in the wrong place there. Maybe got caught by his teammate as well, possibly there as he went to the ground. Hopefully he's okay. Physio's on, having a look at him. Being pretty good today, Kenny Baker. Worked hard. We'll go through the necessary checks that they have to do. Looks like he's all right, pat on the back. Looks as though he's good to go. And Whitehaven now, trailing by 3 scores, really do need to get one back as soon as they can. They go short here, trying to power their way over. Kelly drives it in. He's 5 metres out. Phillips, the opening try scorer, now works the ball here towards the far side. They're trying to knock the ball out of Williams' reach. Williams stands in the tackle. They need a little bit more movement, the Whitehaven backs here, if they're going to open up the gap as they try and power their way over. Kelly going route 1, but Widnes were waiting for him. Second effort of the line in quick succession. They need something from this. They're going to go down the short side. They put it through hands. Can they offload it? They do, but it's picked up on the far side by the Vikings, who survived their first real defensive test of the second half.
And survived it well. They threw a lot at them, Whitehaven. They did a lot with the ball. They had some good lines. They played with power. They played with good options. Throwing the offloads in, at the end of the day, Craven was aware of that and ready for it. Full compliments to the Widnes defence. Very well defended set. Wasn't a badly put together set for the Whitehaven team.
Ball with the Vikings then. 7 gone second half. They lead 22-6 in the Betfred Challenge Cup. Ball now coming across to this near side. They're trying to power their way downfield. The Vikings are up to their 40-metre line. Nice jumps in at dummy half. And a knock on here from the Vikings. So a couple of unforced errors here. They're not overly happy with that decision, but the referee was on it. It was Adam Lawton, wasn't it, who's adjudged to have lost it.
He hasn't played it with his foot. He's had no motion with his foot, so it looked like the ball rolled out and Whitehaven get a chance. The same thing happened about the same part of the field to Whitehaven not long ago. They felt aggrieved and they let it try, and Will Widnes do the same thing.
Yeah. The official is being consistent with it, isn't he? Wants the ball played correctly. Here now is Williams, gets it out over on the far side. Croston stands in the tackle. Even looking for a second score here. Thomason at dummy half will get the ball away here to Nikhil Williams. Ball taken in by Thornley. He's wrapped up. Widnes at the moment look to have the situation under control. Can Whitehaven open them up here? Bodies in motion. Here's a chance now. Thomas into the line. Got Parker outside him. He went for the miss-out ball. And the ball has gone forward. And that was a big chance. That's the first time in this second half that Haven really did open them up there. They just couldn't find a pass at the end of the move.
No, the pass wasn't the play because they were going sideways and the defence were inside them and had both defenders covered. I thought Oscar Thomas should have thrown the dummy on that occasion and taken the direct route that they've been doing pretty successfely most of the game. So his first chance to attack at the line, I think he needs to learn a bit from that, and will do.
Yeah, will do. He's looking to earn a longer-term deal with Whitehaven. Or with the Vikings, though. They're looking to get a place in the next round of the Cup and, of course, a semi-final place in the 1895 Cup. It would put them 80 minutes away from a Wembley return. They were there in 2019 in the 1895 Cup. Ball taken forward. Here's Baker, showing no ill effects of that head knock.
Hold here, out. Hold.
To the halfway line. They'll go
get straight out of there.
Now Craven just pokes the kick over the top. Was trying to turn Thomas around, but he's in a good position. The fullback brings it back, but the chase is good. Craven leading the charge, and Craven just starting to show his quality, I think, in the last probably 20 minutes of playing time on the field.
He's been a beacon in this game. I think just the tempo and the thought, you can see what's going through his head all the time. Plays very direct. And his shoulders are responsible. He's actually had some really good defensive reads as well.
Yeah, he has. Even bringing the ball out of their own territory here. Here is Thomas. Thomas ducks under one. Now something's happened here. Clough, I think, has been penalised for a high shot. It will be a chance here to kick to touch. Yeah, he did go high. Fair play to Thomas. He rode it pretty well, didn't he? He got through the other side of it. And again, Tony, you know, they have now chasing the game 16 behind. Yes, there's plenty of time, but they need to create some opportunities and put them away.
I feel they're confident they will. They feel like they've really been strong when they've gone about their way. The halves have controlled these parts of the field. They can just get some good offloads, good support runners.
There they go again. Like that. Bodies in motion, short run there, carried forward. Real aggressive run there. They're almost to the line. That was good work there. Oh, and a knock on at the play of the ball. It was Ellis Gillam who almost broke through, and you can see the look on his face, utter frustration that they haven't been able to get to the end of the set. It's just a scruffy play of the ball.
It's such a scruffy play of the ball. Under the goalpost, and it looked to me like Liam Cooper had his eyes on it. There was a 10-metre gap. It was a pass to Liam Cooper. I don't think there's any way Widnes stopping. They play that ball correctly. I'm almost positive there's a Whitehaven try on the end of that.
Yeah, interesting. There, the referee let Whitehaven go when Matty Smith almost dummied to play the ball, and he said, look, you carry on, you brought it on yourself. So Whitehaven looking to put the squeeze on here. They trail by 16. Here's Tyra, got the first Vikings try of the afternoon. He's wrapped up. Craven is in there. I think there's a knock here as well for Tyra. In fairness to the Whitehaven player, he did point out that to the official, but he says get on with it. The ball just short of the halfway line. And the Vikings have it. Here they go with Baker. Look to play at the defensive line. Instead takes the tackle. Else gets it away. Last one, Craven. Little roll through the line, but well back there was Bullman, and Bullman now fancies a run. He fancies going past Tyra, and he's gone past Tyra. He's up against Owens now. Cuts in field. There's no support with him. He might have to do it himself, and he's dragged down. But what a carry there from Bullman. Has to wait for teammates to arrive. Here's Thomas now, looking to move the ball across the line. He's going to kick out wide. Chance in the corner. It's just too deep. Just too much on it. and they couldn't get on the end of it. Worthington was desperate with a line begging, but he just couldn't haul the kick in.
Hasn't he been great, Bullman? And backs himself here. Fantastic effort. I think it's Craven's come back. Yeah, gets beat, turned around there, and Craven. It wasn't Craven, it was Craven on the outside. Yeah, fantastic bit of effort. It was Owens actually that got a hold of him in the end, but it was Bullman. A fantastic run. Oscar Thomas then looking for the play again. You can see what he's thinking. There's space outside there. You're going to do it, you've got to execute it, then you look like the hero. Now, to be fair to Whitehaven, they've tried that all day. They've tried the unusual kicking game. They've tried the offloads. They've tried to look to get those points there. I just get that feeling if they'd have held those couple of balls, like that's a good break and hold on to that and go through a couple of plays, they'll walk their way in, they'll get the points. At the moment, they're just sort of trying to ad-lib their way into some points.
Yeah, they were busted there, weren't they? The Widnes defence, they were coming back, getting onside. And
yeah, they are. Like, you know, at the end of the day, we've talked about the offload and ad-lib and what they're doing well and all that. They've only got 6 points for it.
Yeah,
you know, if they put their heads down and get through their sets and build some more pressure, then they can. Then they'll be actually adding more points to the scoreboard, we believe.
And there's Jake Spedding, had an awful pass to deal with there. Did well just to tidy things up, take care of business. Here now is Dion Cross. Carries it forward. This is the last one then. They're going to need a good kick on the end of this one. We've already seen 140-20. Craven though steps out of the 40. Punts it downfield. Oscar Thomas stoops down to pick it up on his own goal line. Brings it back again, the chase. And again, Craven, who put a good shoulder in there. That was a good kick chase from the Vikings. And Craven again at the heart of it.
Yeah, so throwing his weight around. Off the back of the big hit from Craven. This hit here. This really revs up the Widnes team. The next play of the ball, when Thomas plays the ball, the Widnes guys are a bit over enthusiastic, enjoying that contact. They come charging off the line and give away a penalty.
Kick for touch then. So Whitehaven, since that try at the start of the second half, Jack Owen slicing through the defence, since that moment you'd have to say Whitehaven have had pretty much all the ball, but as you just said, Tony, right, they've not put any points on the board. If they can get one back, then the game back in the balance. A place in the last 16, of course, of the Betfred Challenge Cup, and a place in the semi-final of the 1895 Cup will be. Oh, the ball's come out here, and it's another penalty. So Whitehaven earning back-to-back penalties there, and now this is a real chance as Parker decides we're not kicking for touch. He fancies a run himself. And he drove through, and he thought he might have run behind his own man. Did the right thing there.
Yeah, the good thing was not to pass it, because they cannot afford an unforced error here. They need a good set where they get through and they really make Widnes defend this, because they got the skill, they got the ability, and there's an error. You cannot believe it. Inside that collision, Riley's come up with a drop ball. This is what's killing Whitehaven.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. It's a lovely bit of contact. I think his elbow hits the ground and then the ball pops out. Yep, it pops out. We can see it free there. Well, you know, back-to-back penalty opportunities and then coming up with a basic error.
And also, Tony, errors early in the tackle count as well. They're not even taking any juice out of this Widnes defence.
There's a real side inside of this. There's a real performance inside this Whitehaven group. It is early season. In many ways, is to be building confidence, but they've got to get into that, get into the grind, be prepared to tough out a couple of tough sets with pass, hold the pass if it's not on. Don't kick the ball across field, Oscar Thomas. Don't do that. Get the ball head down. To me, when Carl Dixon runs the ball, they look very dangerous, because on the other side, Nico Williams, when he runs the ball, looks dangerous.
Yeah, that's a worrying sign, though, isn't it? Andy Thornley leaving the field. You can see the rain coming down there, just makes things a little bit greasy for the players. But the ball with the Vikings then, just a one-score second half. It came to Jack Owens. He converted his own try from out wide. 22-6, the Vikings lead.
Next is one.
Ball going forward with the Vikings then. They'll feel one more score and this one is all over, but they've got to get the score as Els jumps out a dummy half. Oh, the no-look pass turned over there. Disappointment there for Will Telek. He couldn't take it in. I'm sure he was expecting it, Tony, but he should have been. He was there in support.
Yeah, his passing game with Connor Dwyer has come up with a couple of errors. I think 3 errors in the game so far from him on the passing game. So they need to get used to the fact that he is passing it and get the timing right off him. It's a good asset, just needs to be executed correctly.
Yeah, I think Farnworth here as a judge there hit the player late, didn't he? And the Whitehaven players took exception to that. The referee clearly said he'd seen it. He was trying to play an advantage for Whitehaven. There wasn't really any coming. And there may be a word coming here for Farnworth. There's the error that led to the ball coming back to Whitehaven. But then this is it. Oh, it's a late hit, isn't it? There's no excuse for that.
It's on their little man, their halfbacks, so the players just need them to know we're not going to take that. Makes the referee take a view on that, keeps him looking at it, confirms to the referee that he's right in what he saw. We play on.
Yeah, well, I think we are going to play on. I don't think there's going to be any further action. Matt Smith just saying where he wants the ball played. One thing I will say about the official today, and we're lucky that we can hear his voice. What a shot that was on Riley, and that was Farnworth, I think. And those two had a bit of a set to now, and all of a sudden this cup tie is spiced up. Well, those two had a word, didn't they? After Farnworth put the hit on the fullback, Riley was first in, and there was Farnworth first to meet him. Offload on the ground, and it's picked up by Widnes. Well, fair enough. And again, there's a bit of a shot there on Farnworth, who's been at the heart of that last 60 seconds. And now the penalties are coming. What I was about to say about the official, he clearly is talking to the players, isn't he? He's not coaching them through the game. We just saw that hit again. What a shot that was.
Yeah, fantastic shot. Backed it up as well. Replacement Will Talecki come on and backed it up, got off the line, onside, charged in, put a lovely shot on. I thought it was terrific play from Carl Dixon, who then called the ball, took the line on. Real tough, brave play from the halfback. Saw that the team was swallowing a couple of big hits, so he said, I want to take it with some deception around me. He had just at the back of his carry, he looked for a bit of an offload. Leaving a shove to the side there. Offside was the call.
Craven will kick for touch, got the wind at his back, and he needed every little bit of it there, didn't he? Only just got it over the sideline. It's a great touch find. You can see the conditions getting very tough here at the Halton Stadium. 22-6. Widnes lead this one. Craven gets it. Here's Talecki, runs it forward, drives it in. Is there another score here to maybe put Whitehaven out of the reach of the Vikings? There's the ball now inside the 10. Ellswaite's at dummy half. Farnworth coming more to the 4. Here's Smith now. Goes short. They're trying to power their way over. They're looking to offload the ball with Lawton. Ball goes forward and it's picked up. And the referee again saying you were looking for the offload. And now a penalty for back chat from Adam Lawton, who had a pretty poor 5 or 10 seconds there.
Yeah, if you're a captain, well, he's thrown the offload. He's got frustrated with himself. He's saying to the referee that they touched it, but the referee said, yeah, but it's gone backwards, so play on. So the referee's totally right. Lawton's totally frustrated and wrong. And this is a big opportunity for Whitehaven to actually swing some momentum there, because they've got to be revved up, Whitehaven, some charging off the line, putting some shots on. It didn't pay anything off for them. Oh, we got an error.
Another error. I think that will be Gary Charlton's thoughts here, that his side have put themselves in with a chance of doing things, but they keep coming up with unforced errors.
Yeah, just absolutely at the wrong time. From the back there, we can see they're appealing for a strip. It may well have been a strip, because the ball dropped down very, very quickly for a bloke who backed in. But Whitehaven just need to really tidy up here.
Yeah, they do. They start their championship campaign at Dewsbury next weekend. Widnes are at Newcastle, and here's a chance through the line for the Vikings, looking for another try. It will be their 5th of the afternoon. They bring it across the field now. Here's Craven. Dummies, gets it away to Smith. Smith has a bit of a juggle round behind his own man. Will have to take the tackle. Well, they try to pinch it. And then Smith thinking that...
Yeah, what the referee will say is, if you don't want to be penalised, you got to drop to the floor there and take the tackle.
Yeah,
you got to concede, because it wasn't obstruction. He was obstructed. Now Smith can't run from there. He just has to go drop to a knee and play the ball. The referee probably would have said, fair enough, it was an accidental obstruction. Yeah. He didn't do that when he ran. He was penalised.
Yeah, he was. I think when the player came in to pinch the ball, he almost thought, oh, well, play on then, but that wasn't the case. Penalty kick for touch, and here's Parker looking to get forward. They haven't managed to get him free after that big charge he had in the first half, and he is a threat out wide, Parker. They need to get him the ball more as Dixon runs across the field. Can he find a pass on the end of it? No. Wild throws him to the ground.
6 again.
And now a restart here. So Wild penalised, and now over the 40 goes Holiday. Well, we saw what he could do in the first half when he made the bust that led to Philip's Surly try. Oh, that was an awful play of the ball. It's another error.
Well, you can see the rain. It's obviously very slippery, so you've got to concentrate. You can't just cop it and say, well, it's wet ball and it's difficult out here and there's hands in here. You just have to be 2 hands on the ball, jump to your feet, get in full control here. He just slapped it down. Just take half a second longer.
Now
another
an error from Widnes. So
right, okay, Whitehaven, you're a chance here. You've got some field position. It's got sloppy. Tempo's down. What you got to think to yourself is, right, we've got difficult conditions, a little bit of dummy half running, a little bit of control at the play of the ball, get ourselves to 22-12, then 22-18, and then let's see what we can do with the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game with some momentum behind us. They need good support runners, they need their halves to step up, but they really need the forwards. No, there's an error. I was about to say to not make errors.
Well, that is error after error after error from Whitehaven. And the frustration is they're in good areas of the field, and they will feel at the moment they should be far nearer than 16 points behind.
That's poor. That's just an error. That's an unforced error.
Oh, now there's a penalty coming here. Ill discipline from Whitehaven. Referee steps in here. Ellis Gillam it was with a high shot. Deemed a lazy arm. Nothing more sinister than that. As Smith kicks for touch over on the far side of the ground. Widnes will want to try their own here. Just the one in the second half. Tyra takes it in. He's wrapped up. The rain getting heavier at the Halton Stadium. 25 away from the line. Smith gets it away. Here's Farnworth. He's been one of Widnes' best. He's certainly been involved in the physical side of the game today. Play the ball here. Else gets it away. Taken forward now by Connor Dwyer. Ball's come out.
First one off Widnes.
And the knock-on deemed. Well, yeah, the conditions are difficult, Tony, but there's an element of quality has dropped here because we weren't seeing errors in the first half, were we?
Yeah, there's a couple of things at play. The weather's a factor on a 4G pitch that pulls off a bit slippery, and here we are the second game into a season where the guys haven't played for a year, so they'll be thinking a lot about this, and memories will be coming back as to how to play in these sorts of conditions. How you've got to, be in control of yourself and slow yourself down. You don't want to be banging with the ball into collisions, which is what Connor Dwyer did then. You led the ball into a collision. Just a shoulder on the ball is always going to charge it out. But the opportunity here really is, think about momentum.
Well, there's a 40-20 effort here. Again, the distance was just about right, but credit the wingman on the far side. Buckley it is, underneath it, brings it forward, and he's tackled on the 30. So
if we are looking at errors here, Mark, you'd be thinking line speed. If Whitehaven get up and force an error here, we've seen them before from Widnes. They need to get up a bit quicker and really get the shoulders in around that ball area and see if you can discharge the ball and get yourself some field. You're going to kick early, you want to force that error.
Yeah, they do. They've brought Dean Zammit back on. Whitehaven looking maybe to try and get some holes up the middle. You see him there in the tackle with the headband on. And now a kick over the top from Craven. He's looking for touch on the far side. He wasn't in the 40, so Ullman has got time to get back and pick it up. He runs into a three-man wall. He might be going into touch here, but they do well in the end to stay in the field of play. And really, that's what Widnes have got to do, isn't it? Complete their sets, kick deep, and make Whitehaven go 80, 90 metres.
Yeah, very much. It's interesting to see he kicked on the third tackle. He's thinking this. He's thinking there's always a chance of an error. If we kick it downfield, we're actually safer without the ball, because we can get our shoulders in these conditions. A fatiguing and frustrated Whitehaven team will come up with slight errors, and they've done that. So rather than run it on tackle 4 and risk an error, and tackle 5 and risk an error, just put it down there and make them make errors.
For half an hour of this game, Whitehaven were more than a match. They were in front until just before the break, but from that point on, they've not been near their best, and Gary Charlton will be really disappointed with that. Widnes, well, they won't be happy with how they've played. They'll be happy if they get through to the next round of the Cup, but here is another penalty for offside. Williams and Thomas, the guilty parties there. And this is a chance here. Talecki drives it in, he breaks through the line and he crashes over the line. He knows he's scored. He takes the applause of his teammates. Simple stuff in the end, but it was Route 1, and Widnes surely going through to the next round of the Challenge Cup. Teleki with a try. They now lead Widnes by 26 points to 6.
It was a nice little play from Lewis Else. The hooker goes up and he calls Teleki up when the tap's about to happen, walks him up, get a bit close to the line, really revs him up before he takes the tap. Lewis Ellis just sort of walked a couple of metres forward. And really, this is poor defence. That is just awful defence from Phillips. Also from Zammit. They'll be very, very disappointed when they see that, both of them. Not good enough. You're not going to go through in a cup, and you don't deserve to go through in the cup if you're going to come up with defensive plays like that. That's just a simple effort area. A little bit of technique. The feet were too slow to get into position.
Yeah, another one, the Widnes Academy products, Teleki. And Jack Owens now looking to add the extras in an ever more strengthening downpour of rain here. But the job, you feel, is done for Widnes now. They lead by 20. Not long left. 13 plus added on time remaining here. As Owens comes forwards and he slots it nicely between the posts. 28 points to 6, the Vikings lead, and they firmly now have got 1 foot into the next round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. And Teleki enjoyed that. It wasn't the most difficult try he'll ever score, Tony, but when you're in the front row, they all count, don't they?
Well, he made it difficult for the opposition. He made it look easy, but his effort was fantastic. You can give Danny Craven a pat on the back, who elected to kick deep with this win, which is significant on tackle 3. Pushed it downfield, forced an error out of Whitehaven, forced a penalty, forced some frustration, and off the back of that, they're on their heels and really feeling the pressure. Teleki sensed that. Yeah. And here he is carrying back off the kickoff.
Yeah, he gets hit hard, but stands his ground.
Sam wished he did that down the other end of the field.
Yeah. The ball now working its way across with Dion Cross.
Move!
Inside his 30-metre line. Ball now with Tyler, whose try really got the Vikings' afternoon underway.
It'd be interesting to see if they kick early here. They're reading off the same script. Now they're up towards that 40. We've seen in the first half they like to kick from the 40. On tackle 4.
Run it here, they move it to this near side. Here's Lawton trying to get the arms free, held onto it. It's a good run, well over the halfway line. See Matt Cook on a penalty right at the end of the set, and Lawton was aggressive there, all right.
This isn't a good hold here. He thinks about offloading, then when he comes out he just puts his head down. I'm not even going to think about passing this. That could have gone either way.
Could have done. The kick for touch then. I think from a Simon Finnegan point of view, with an eye on Newcastle next week, he'll want this to be a good last 10-15 minutes. He'll want to see some points, some good attacking rugby, I feel, on the board as Else gets it away to Smith. Smith goes to Craven. Craven out the back to Owens. Owens gets it away to Tyra. Tyra into trouble. In a heavy traffic there. He did well to hang on and well to stay in the field of play, just a couple of metres from the line. They'll come back. Ball now works its way. Here's Farnworth, drives it forward. Farnworth is 10 out. They're round the legs, wrapping him up. They've got plenty of tackles in hand here. Else is looking around him. There are bodies short side. He's going to have a run himself. Little sidestep. Oh, it's a wonderful try. His second of the match. He looked down the short side and he saw the gap right behind the play of the ball. And once he went through, there was no stopping him. Who else but Lewis Else, second of the afternoon. Widnes going through to the last 16. They lead 32-6.
He's got a real feel for the middle at the moment, Else. I thought he was significant in getting the try. He's played over the top of Zammit again there. Zammit caught on his own at marker, elected to lean left. To his left. Says Lewis Else decided, I'm going to go to my left. Yawning gap there, lovely bit of footwork.
He's done well, the youngster. You could see he was looking, and that's what he's there to do. He's there to spot where the weaknesses are, and he saw it and he took advantage, and it's rather unravelling for Whitehaven at the moment. Their errors in the second half really are coming back to bite them now. Jack Owens with another attempt at goal. He's 4 from 5 on the afternoon to go with his try as well. And this one should be a pretty decent chance to extend the lead yet further. And Widnes now assuming control in the rain at the Halton Stadium. Right-footed, fires the kick straight through the middle. 34 points to 6. Here live on the Sportsman, the Betfred Challenge Cup. Looks like Widnes going through to the next round.
Yeah, just an open run there. Oh, lovely little bit of dancing feet. Jumped out, drew the defender into the space, jumped off his right foot, Lewis Else. Clever little play. Widnes will be very happy that they've got this scoreline in control they have. They've used the wind well. They've certainly taken advantage of so many errors from Whitehaven.
Yeah, they have indeed. Don't forget the season underway, the championship season underway next weekend. You can follow that on the Our League app, where right now, if you head over there to the Our League app, you can vote for your choice of player of the match, where the options are Jack Owens, Danny Craven, Lewis Else and Kenny Baker. So head over to the Our League app, and your player of the match vote is live there right now. We'll announce the winner later on in the proceedings. Danny Craven and Lewis Else have caught the eye for the Vikings.
Danny, 10 in the middle.
Kick downfield, caught by Thomas, turns it back into Worthington, and Worthington brings it forward.
Off the ball, Adam. Hold. Go.
10 out from the line. Thomas will pick it up.
Surrender.
Now they're 20 out, Whitehaven. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because you look at the score and you think Widnes have won this quite easily. Tony, when you actually break the game down and you look at the, all right, not the clear-cut opportunities that Whitehaven have had, but they've had ball in good areas and they just haven't turned it into points.
They had a couple of momentum drops. I thought the Walmsley drop just on half-time, which was you mentioned it yourself, which was sort of the 12 points turnaround, actually, was a big one. And just there's another one later on in the half where it was Wilkins that didn't play the ball properly, where there was a great opportunity. And look what's happened when they do get some space.
Yeah, away on this near side, but again, their work is undone. And the grimace on Worthington's face says it all. He thought he was in there. Here they come, Dixon to Parker. And Parker didn't need to be forward, did it?
Didn't need to be forward.
And again, in fairness to Parker, you know, first game of the season, he's probably not played for it. You know, it's a year since these guys played really competitively, isn't it, since last week? So we'll forgive it maybe, but they'll be hoped to be better next week. Dewsbury taking on Whitehaven in the championship, and Widnes got a Newcastle, newly promoted Newcastle. That'll be a good test. Both those two sides, a wide open championship. You can follow it on the Our League app. Remember, get subscribed to it. Sign up and support your team on there. Watch along with the coverage as here go Widnes now down the short side. That will be a high tackle. Williams it was. And the referee's on it. And Widnes, you get the feeling here, Tony, with 6 minutes plus stoppage time there, fancy a few more tries.
Yeah, very much so. There's some repeat errors happening in here. Wilkinson's had some bad hands. Times Emmett's had some bad defensive play. Williams has made a couple of those 2 or 3 errors with the high tackle technique. So these are all repairable errors that can be taken out of the Whitehaven game if they really commit and concentrate. There's a performance in under them. They're sort of trotting around. We'll put a focus on Widnes for the moment. We'll come back to Whitehaven.
Well, here's Owens again, looks for the gap. Dragged down this time by a fair challenge from Williams. Rolling on the floor. Else jumps out. Is he going to go for the hat trick? He's trying to find his way over the line. The ball almost came free. It did come free. He could sense he was losing it, and he couldn't take it in. Well, he was looking for the hat trick and maybe the headline grabbing hat trick, but he just couldn't quite get over the line. And this time the Whitehaven defence holds firm.
Still a good effort. Was the odd option. It was the right option to go there, to go for the run. I was just going to say on Whitehaven, if you go away and you think about it, Whitehaven supporters watching this, you just want to see them put their head down and earn points. You've got a bit caught up in their ad lib and they're exciting to watch, but you've got to earn the right to do that sometimes. You've got to really get in the grind and play tough and just do little tough runs like that, then hold the ball and be in control. I think there's real amount of ability and points in this squad. Just need to learn how to harness that to put it in the best positions to come up with points on a consistent basis throughout the game.
Yeah, 34-6 Widnes lead then, on into the final stages. Here's Williams, turns the ball back on the inside for Riley. Riley over the halfway line. Phillips jumps in at dummy half. They got at least one more scoring than Whitehaven. Oh, interception here, and a chance there for Lawton. But the whistle goes, and he saw the glory in front of his eyes. He's not happy, the big fella. He trudges back.
I think he's smiling to himself. He said, "Do you reckon I'd have got there?" Well, he's offside. He's clearly in front. Two players in front of the referee who's talking to them. The player was actually cooked that was offside, so Lawton will feel like it wasn't him.
I think he gave it for the late hit, didn't he?
Did he?
I think he gave a penalty for the late hit. So Lawton, he's just had glory snatched away from him.
Do you think he would have got there?
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, I thought he was home too.
34-6, chance for Whitehaven then. Well, they open the scoring. Callum Phillips with a try, one of the best tries of the day as well after Holiday's bust. Can they produce some more magic now?
First,
they're going to be bowing out of the Challenge Cup and the 1895 Cup as well, but got an exciting championship season ahead as they now try and break their way through, and that's another good run from Holiday. Clearly looks a threat. You can imagine him causing some problems in the championship. Ball now goes across the field. Here's Zammit, gets the ball out the back. It bounces, and there's the defence smothering the chances of Nick Williams. And the ball now played 20 away. Here they go to this near side. Not the best pass. Did that go backwards? No, it didn't. Gillen couldn't take it in. Well,
that sums it up.
The possession and the completion stats, they're not going to make good reading and review of this one, Tony Ray, are they, for Whitehaven?
No, it's almost not worth reviewing this one. You know, you do probably individual reviews with players, but as a team, they won't learn much from it because they've shown nothing in terms of what they were set out to achieve. Just so many errors when they really needed to.
Yeah. Don't forget, quickly, if you head over to the Our League app, you can vote for your player of the match. Jack Owen, Stanley Craven, Lewis Elson, Kenny Baker, the four contenders for that honour. The Betfred player of the match on the Our League app. Widnes coming forward, 90 seconds of normal time. There will be some added on time. The rain becoming incessant now. Widnes take it forward. It's been another good hit out for them in preparation of their championship campaign as well. That's a scruffy play of the ball. And I think that's the one thing that the two coaches will take out of this, Tony, is that they are going to have to be more careful when they're playing the ball next week.
Yes, and the referees been consistent the whole way through. Send a message to the competition, to these teams. You need to go away and do that in training. Every time you play the ball, it needs to be correct. You need to be thinking about what you're doing when you're out on the field. Keeps it a cleaner game, gives the defences time to get set.
Whitehaven then up to the halfway line. Ball now goes short, driven forward. Clough in there with a tackle. He'll be a good addition for Widnes this season, no doubting about that. Good pro ball here, right at a hand of Telecki. Telecki's after it, he dives over the ball. And Whitehaven will get another set just outside the 40 of the Widnes Vikings.
Yeah, just a hand in there from Telecki. Whitehaven will be excited about this set. They'll be looking to have the last say in this game.
Yeah, they will. Ball taken forward there by Dean Zammit.
We'll be intrigued as if they can complete this set. Can they get through to the last tackle?
Yeah, that is it.
We haven't seen it.
No, we haven't. As Gillam stands in the tackle, eventually goes to ground. Phillips waits at dummy half. He's having a look. We'll go to his right-hand side. Going now. Oh, that's high. That will be a high shot. That was Josh Wild who went high there on Williams. Puts his hand up. Referee blows the whistle. That's it. Move on. Get on with it. And here is Dixon going for a scoop. And it could be a chance here. And they are going to get a try. It's Croston who's crashed his way over. But credit there, Carl Dixon. Quickly taken tap. And Croston was in support, and he crashes through to score. Well, they opened the scoring Whitehaven today. They may be ending it. Second try of the day for them, but they trail 34-10.
Not unlike Widnes were doing, both halves here have done a fantastic try. The penalty comes to Whitehaven because Nickow's feet are so strong. He runs the ball. He gets a high shot on him because he's prepared to take the line on. And off the back of that, here it is here, high tackle. Dixon in the 6th shirt goes in, picks the ball up. He's prepared to run the ball as well. Let me go. Yep, time, course, tempo, play. Referee blows the whistle. I really like the look of these halves. They just need to cut the errors out and let them have a look at the game, put them in good field position. I think the Whitehaven team's got a real... Phillips was good from dummy half, so I think a real opportunity to build around a strong axis there of Phillips at dummy half, Nick Williams at halfback, Carl Dixon. Exciting players. Had a lot of really good decisions there.
I'll stay.
34-10 then the scoreline here. They did take the conversion quickly, trying to save time, but the kick wasn't successful on this occasion. 34-10 then here into injury time at the Halton Stadium as Zammit takes it forward. Well, we thought they may get a try, and it was only a consolation. Huda goes in the background. It's kicked to Jack Owens. He gets it on the halfway line. He says, you know what, fellas, that'll do for us. Widnes Vikings are through to the last 16 of the Betfred Challenge Cup. They're also now 80 minutes away from a place at Wembley in the 1895 Cup. They've overcome Whitehaven this afternoon by 34 points to 10. Whitehaven in front early on in this one through Callum Phillips' try, but then Tyra got them back within 2, but it was crucial either side of half-time. Craven and Else put them 16-6 up at the break, and then Jack Owens sliced through just after half-time, 22-6. Telekian and Else with his second of the game made it 34-6 before the late try for Sean Cross. And you have been voted for your Betfred Our League Man of the Match, or Player of the Match, and it is number 23, Lewis Else. So I'm sorry to report, has gone down the tunnel. He picked up a knock late on in that one. He has gone down the tunnel, but the likes of Matt Cook, be good to see him back in action for the Widnes Vikings. Tony Ray, 34 points to 10. It was comprehensive, but I'm sure that both coaches will have a lot of work to do, things to improve upon for the championship opener next week.
Yes, very much so. I think the home advantage was very much telling in the end, back on it for Widnes, because just as it becomes scrappy, one side that stayed a little bit comfortable inside the contest was the side that stayed in front on the scoreboard. You know, Widnes second half win was a big one for them. It was tied at half time, so Whitehaven, we said there was a 12-point swing when Walmsley dropped the ball, but he at that point, Widnes with a nose in front with a big breeze behind them, and it just showed in these conditions, in the wet driving rain, that to play deep and capitalise on errors was in fact in the end the telling play for a Widnes side who'll be happy to be in the draw going forward. They have a lot of questions with themselves. They've big score last week, big score this week, but not a convincing score this week. There's something about that performance that says, let me breathe in and think about that one for the moment. There, I think there's parts of our games that we really do need to work on.
So 34 points to 10 then in favour of the Widnes Vikings. Let's get some reaction then down from pitch side, where Paul Kidd is alongside Jack Owens.
OK, Jack Owens, first of all, congratulations on getting the second win of the season and progressing now into the next round of the Cup.
Yeah, that's what like you said, it's a cup competition. Obviously we looked a bit scrappy. Wasn't the best of the game, was it? Quite a lot of knock-ons from both teams, but like you said, we're into the next round of the Cup, and that's all we wanted.
Yeah, you mentioned it was scrappy. Obviously the weather probably didn't help in the second half, but it must be very satisfying the fact that you are into the next round.
Yeah.
Not only into the last you've got 12 Super League clubs joining you now in the draw. As well as that, you're into the semi-finals now of the 1895 Cup.
Yeah, it's massive for us. Obviously, they were double headers, weren't they? We're into the last 16 of the Challenge Cup, and the top team of Super League will join us there. So we're going to get a good test there. And the 1895 are in the semis, and we've been to the final before, and that's something we want to reach again. But we're going to have to pick up our performances from that, because, like I said, it was very scrappy. But we're on the first league game against Newcastle next week, and we'll be a lot better.
Okay. Like I say, all the very best for the rest of the season. Newcastle away next week. Best of luck.
Mate, thank you.
Incoming now, we've got Simon Finnegan coming in now. Here we have Simon. First of all, Simon, fantastic win today. I know you're going to say possibly a little bit scrappy with the weather and everything else, but the facts are you're through to the next round of the Cup.
Yeah, I mean it was scrappy. We can't deny that. But let's be honest. We played our second game in over a year. We're not going to be playing champagne rugby at this stage of the season, and we can be better certainly with the ball, and we can be a little bit better defensively. But these competitions are about winning, getting into the next round, and that's what we've done.
Yeah, I mean, you say you could play a lot better. There was a massive turning point in this game just before half-time. Obviously, Whitehaven had the line begging, knocked on. You went down the other side of the field, scored under the post. Would you say that was a big factor in this game?
It probably was, but I thought, I don't think we were playing that good before half-time anyway. I thought it clearly is, it's a 12-point turnaround, but they lost their chance, we took ours, and that's rugby. And at the end of the day, and I thought the second half we put some good things together, but we're into the next round. That's the main thing.
And next week, obviously Newcastle away in the league. A fresh start. You've got 2 cup wins under your belt. Plenty of positives to take into that fixture. A big week ahead of you. Hopefully you've not got too many knocks today.
Yeah, it's good. It's like you say, it's another game under our belt, which we need. These 2 games would be important for us going into the league campaign, but we need to fix up a few things. But we'll be ready next week come Newcastle.
You have 12 Super League clubs now in the next draw. Do you have a preference as who you like?
No preference. Just hopefully we get a home tie if that's what it is. The next round, we want to play at home, but yeah, no preference. We'll just see who we get. Is it Monday the draw? We'll just take it whoever we get.
Okay, best of luck next week, Simon, with the rest of the season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Paul Kidd down at pitchside. Simon Finnegan. Yeah, lots to work on, but the most important thing is they are through to the next round. Yeah, so, comprehensive victory then. Let's have a look with Tony Ray, how it all unfolded.
Well, they opened the scoring with some clever play from Whitehaven, and there's some great signs here. I think the way that they attack the line is going to set them in good stead as the season goes through. Both halves, we've mentioned it 30 times today, very aggressive in the way they take the ball, and this is an aggressive bit of play from Danny Craven as well to set up Tyra the way he took the ball to the line. Tyra sensed it was the right opportunity to dummy and go himself, as Craven does on this occasion, and they just inch that way ahead towards half-time. Craven again changes the tempo, puts Dwyer into space. Inside he found Else lurking. So just real good play from Widnes in the way that they've controlled the tempo of that game. And Jack Owens with a wonderful bit of play off Matty Smith. It was a real good bit of acceleration at the back of that play. He hit just watch it at the back of Smith here. Just watch, there he goes, Jack Owens at the back of the screen. Just hits that accelerator, creates that hole, opens the hole up, and made Widnes feel like they were in a real dominant position. Powering at the line, staying strong. Widnes at this time had really built up some pressure, and Else dragged the tap forward, and Telecki just decided it was time to put their head down and take route one and really power out. Some really tired offside penalty, then tired defence from Whitehaven meant the momentum was going against them, and they weren't enjoying the game. So the Whitehaven team were a bit on their heels, not as disjointed as they got a little bit more disjointed than they had been in the first half. The swing was against them, and the little man Else sensed that. Started jumping out of dummy half, using his feet, powering through some of the defenders. Wasn't an easy try, looked an easy try. Took some great effort to get the ball over the line. It was a clever little play, and great sense of how the game was swinging for Else to decide to do that. And the last play came from the halves again. Dixon takes a tap off a high shot from Nick Williams, getting tackled high. And on that occasion, Croston was able to take advantage of it. Good signs from all the halves in this game in a difficult conditions, because they were playing off the back of forward packs that were coming up with a lot of errors. Yeah, but there were some positives for both fans to enjoy. Yeah, they were indeed. Job done in the end then. 6 tries in all for the Widnes Vikings, who run out here by 34 points to 10 winners. Thank you to everyone that joined us this afternoon on the live coverage on the Sportsman. Thanks to Tony Rowe for joining us. Commiserations to Whitehaven. Good luck to them in their championship campaign, but congratulations to the Widnes Vikings. Good luck to them in the next round of the Challenge Cup and the 1895 Cup. Their Wembley dream still firmly alive. For everyone here at the Halton Stadium, it's good evening.